Greetings, sorry, we watching Nashville. Greetings, y'all. Let me grab my lighter so I can. I thought I had it here. Baby, when I tell you this trial has pissed me off, I have been talking to the screen. Like, let me get my step out. I mean, I have been upset spaghetti, bitch. I am upset spaghetti. I promise you. Oh no, I thought I had another candle. I'm gonna get another candle. Just so it can burn a little bit. Give me a little extra light. I must be smoking weeds upstairs. I can always smell when one of the neighbors upstairs is smoking some weed. You can smell it in that laundry room. Y'all, first of all, I didn't even know that this trial was going on. Now, I knew it was supposed to start, but it had been pushed back. I have a lot of say thoughts and opinions. I got a lot of shit to say. It still pissed me the fuck off, bitch. I had to get myself together because about an hour ago, bitch, I was in full ugly cry. I was in full ugly cry, bitch, about an hour ago. Because I started on the second part of the second day. And so I had went back and started watching day one, which I guess was yesterday. So I started watching that, and after that I had to skip through because when I saw his body laying on the ground, bitch, that sent me into a whole ugly cry. Hurt my feelings and hurt my soul so bad. And I don't think people even know what that's like for me. Um, yeah, that's crazy. He looks just like his mom. I have seen his mom like on something before, um, but it was looking like she had maybe like very small, short starter locks at the time. And I'd seen her. It might have been on a video or something. And I never realized how much he looked just like his mama. So let's go back. I didn't even know this shit was going on. Yeah, that bothers me less. That shit had me upset spaghetti. I was upset spaghetti about this shit. I thought I had disconnected myself from all of that. But I guess I did not because I saw him laying on that ground, bitch, and it sent me in a hotel spin. Um, so this rising, I was laid in the bed. Let me see what time that text came in. Because, bitch, I had no idea. Because I also had a client. What is this, Carbon? No, I haven't seen this, but I'll watch it, Carbon. Let's see. Angel texted me. She sent me that at 11:34 a.m. And it is Mo3's Myrtle trial live coverage from Ratchet TV. And I said, girl, what is he talking about? And she was like, exactly. What is he talking about? I was like, girl, I don't know because I have not watched it. So I'm asking you, why'd you send it? Like, what is he talking about? And she said, well, I ain't watched it, but I saw that he was covering the Mo3 trial of Keymon White. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know what was going on. So then another person sent it to me. And just so, because, people be like, she lying. And I ain't. So, you know. So, I was like, well, damn. Okay. And so, before I can even know, I didn't even know where the fuck it was at. Um, Somebody else asked me if I was watching the trial, and I didn't even know where it was running at. And so she said YouTube. She sent me a link, but it didn't go to, how it's YouTube on the browser, and I'd rather go to YouTube on my app. So I went to YouTube on my app, child, and I went to it, and I saw that Jossie was up there, and it's from today. And I saw she was up there on not trial time, testifying, testifying. When I say I am very angry, cause bro, like, and so I watched, but I had clients, so I'm in and out of the trial. It took me all the way till tonight, and then I started day one, and like I said, they got a lot of breaks and stopping and starting inside of the day one. So I watched a lot of people until I got to um, the video of him laid out from the genome lady. So I just kind of couldn't take no more of that. And as I was skimming through, trying to listen to some of the detectives, they kept showing it, and I just didn't want to see it. So I skipped through and went through, and then I went to the detective who was collecting from the Keiwan White's, I guess, house, or Devin Brown's house, or whoever the fuck house it was. I didn't even get to hear who house it was. The detective, he kept trying to act like he didn't know what was on the search warrant. He didn't know what they were going in there for. He didn't know it was for drugs. He didn't know. He thought it was for, he wasn't sure. But then she had to break it down like, but you're a detective and you know what a search warrant is. You know how this goes. And he kept trying to act like he didn't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? A trap house, whoever fucking house. I don't know whose house it was. You know, it 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 angered me. Um, Also, what threw me off is Tamitha, the lady who stopped the car in the BMW and asked if they had a blowout, and he said, "Bitch, get the fuck on," and she took flight and then called 911. Cause on the 911 call, she said, "I saw his face. I saw his face. I saw his face." Right? That's what she said on the 911 call. So then on testimony, she said, "I saw from his like chin down." Then it was like, well, his nose and his chin. He was putting on the mask. But they asked her, so what was it, like 15 seconds? And she's like, no, probably like 20, 30 seconds. A little bit longer than 15 seconds, maybe 20 and 30 seconds. Now, when you're looking at this, and she rolled her window down to see, and she said she could see him, but she couldn't see if anybody else was in the car. And she could see he was putting on the mask, and he had enough time where she got to see the gun. She saw him getting out. But my thing is, when you called 911, you said you saw his face. I saw his face. I saw his face, is what she said. If you didn't really see his face, you only seen this much, then you didn't see his face, and you wouldn't have been so adamant to say that you saw his face. I think she's very aware that it is not Keiwan White. I think she's very aware of who she saw, because I feel like she has been told about what is needed or whatever, because she wouldn't have been so motherfucking adamant about I saw his face, but you have not testified to seeing his face. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been sending you prayers for quick recovery. Gratitude recovery for what? You talking to me? Or who you talking to? Carbon? Oh, Carbon. Okay. Um, I really feel like, I don't know. It's, excuse me, for me, it's a lot of discrepancies in this trial. One, I want to know the blonde genome who testified as being one of the crime scene investigator analysis person. Um, she wasn't on his trial to stand long, but they asked her, they said, what do you do? She said, oh, well, currently I'm unemployed. And then they said, well, what did you used to do in 2020? November 2020, and she said she was a crime scene analysis or whatnot. My question is, why is she unemployed? How do we know that she didn't get fired for evidence tampering or whatever the fuck? Because they are making it a point as if something happened to evidence. You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, then I don't answer any questions. I'm sorry. I want to know why she no longer has a job, because she's unemployed. She's not employed through something else, through someone else. She was a crime scene investigator analysis, and that means she was collecting data and information. So I want to know, why is she no longer employed? Why is she no longer employed? Let's ask that question. I want to know, why did nobody ask her that? Was there a reason why you're no longer employed with the Dallas Crime Scene Investigators Office? I want to know, why did they ask Jossie, did he have $30,000 on him? And she act like she was surprised and confused. And then they said to her, well, did he give you money? And she said, well, yeah. And then they said, well, how much? I don't know. She absolutely knows fucking nothing. And I'm going to go over her testimony too, because I have a lot of issues with this whole fucking trial thus far. And so it's confusing as to why some of these crime scene investigators collected data and evidence from a vehicle, and then those evidences changed. Like the one guy testified as to collecting evidence from the car, outside of the car, inside of the door, but there's discrepancies about bullets and how many bullet holes there should have been, and why was it so many? Because to me it seems like they're trying to say that there may have been multiple shooters on this fucking freeway. That's what it looks like to me. Because if they're labeling all of these bullets coming down the fucking freeway, and then they're saying that some bullets look like this and some bullets look like that, for me that looks like, okay, so then there's more than one shooter. If you're watching what I'm watching and the way he's shooting and running, like, it just does not make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because why the fuck are they questioning how much money? Because he said he only collected $17,500. She asked him several times, and that's what you're saying, right? Because she's gonna come back. You gotta understand, if Keiwan White is not guilty, somebody the fuck is. You understand what I'm saying? So this is only one trial for Keiwan White only. So the defense, I'm listening to the way she's wording things and how she's saying it. And I'm also listening to the opening statements that they did and, excuse me, how they're speaking to these people. Because she keeps asking him, so you're saying you only collected in cash? Because even when they showed the jewelry, Cena made a point that it looked like it was more jewelry than what they laid out. He said there was a collection of jewelry and then we laid jewelry out so you can see it. But when you're looking at it, it looks like it's more than just that's laid out right there. It looked like it's more than that. So that looks like a discrepancy to me. It looks like a discrepancy when it comes to the collected evidence of how this evidence, and then when they collect different evidence, now things are appearing and disappearing. What wasn't there is now there. None of that shit makes sense. It doesn't make sense as to why. Now, I saw somebody say something about Jackie was lying. I've not seen Jackie's testimony. I don't know if I missed it because I only saw Jossie, who's not a Banks, she's a Jackson. So I only saw Jossie's testimony along with some of the, these other, I saw the Spanish girl from across the upstairs or whatever. I saw hers, and then they showed the black car that was out there that is allegedly the car that they're saying followed him. Like, none of this makes sense. And then, of course, Jossie, the way that they were questioning her, and they laid it out that she tried to say, let me just calm myself the fuck down, bro. Because on day one, and that's the one I just finished watching, it's because he ain't been to see his kids, and they was trying to say I'm in on it, and I'm trying to clear my name, so I took phones down there. Girl, just miss me with that fucking shit. Miss me with that shit. Shut the fuck up. It's so many discrepancies, but this is what I'm going to do because I really want to go over her testimony and talk about it. So I'm probably going to play it back really quickly because she wasn't on the stand long from what I just watched. And I'm cussing and Cena's laughing, but I'm so serious and angry because what are you even talking about? Like on day 2, when they questioning her, and she's like, she had only been talking to him. She's saying the first day that she had been knowing him for years. She met him online, whatever the fuck, in some kind of group, and he emailed or inboxed her mom first, and then her. Stop it, okay? Stop the fuck it. Stop it. They even asked her about Money Maya. She went from never heard the song, I kind of know what it is, but I don't know what it is, to I ain't no Money Maya ain't me, and all this other shit. And it's like, the way she said it is like, but you just said you don't even know the fucking song. So if you don't know the song, how the fuck you know the song ain't about you? Like, it's the bullshit for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the bullshit for me. Because yesterday somebody, I didn't know why. Let me show you that too. Because I didn't know why. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I be in my own world. Honestly, the fuck I do. And I had got a inbox on Facebook. And they were like, Jossie and Mo3's baby mama Ashley arguing on Facebook. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but why? So I clicked the fuck on it. But all I can see is Ashley like saying things. I guess Jossie has me blocked. Why? I don't know. I never followed this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I've never even, like, bitch, the fuck, girl? Like, because I'm like confused. Why am I only looking at her? I'm like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Because bitch, by the night, I'm gonna have to take a sedative. I really am because I'm just like, this shit got me hot, bro. It really do. It got me hot, bro. I'm trying to find who it was. I don't even know who the fuck it was. Um, yeah. And I hadn't even accepted. I just clicked on it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even accept it. I just clicked on it because I wanted to see like what the fuck it is. So when I click on it, I can only see that it's Ashley like going off, and I assume she's arguing with her. You know what I'm saying? But let's go over this testimony, bitch, because it's got me hot. Like I really got to calm down. Y'all don't even understand. I got to take me a sedative tonight because
if you go blank the second someone asks, so tell me about yourself, the next 30 seconds will change.
It really got me heated.
In 2011.
What's his real?
Yeah, that's like when I started watching it earlier, I went to it and the live chat is playing, and I could see Tulsa Queen or Queen of Tulsa, whatever the name is, kept saying Quatita Dean told us this. Quatita Dean told. So I assumed the bitch who said something might have been one of these hoes, but said Quatita is a motherfucking scammer, so let's fucking move on. Like, girl, fuck you. I just was like, I'm not even gonna respond to that shit because, for real, I'm just trying to see. I am so out of breath because I'm angry. Shit got me heated, bro.
Thank you, Robert. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Jocelyn Jackson, JOCYLYNN, JACKSON.
And can you introduce yourself to the jury? Tell them who you are.
I'm Jocelyn.
What do you do for work?
Like on day 2, and I'm gonna get to it, bitch. I'm gonna get to it. But on day 2, she keeps saying it's my intuition. Like a mother's intuition. Girl, shut the fuck up. Yo, fucking intuition, bitch, please. Knock it the fuck off. You keep grabbing this motherfucking cross like, bitch, that's gonna save you. It ain't. I promise you it's not. Now, she's like, yeah, they done read all of these text messages. Yeah, bitch, they gonna kill you. Yeah, Devin, yeah. Like, then they say, so who got the beef? Trap Boy Freddy? And she's like, Yella Beezy. And they like, we didn't say that. We asking you this. You respond to this. So they said, so Devin Brown had beef. They ain't have beef. They ain't have beef. Well, you know, they ain't got to know each other. They ain't have beef. Then, bitch, why did you fucking think that he had Mo3 killed, bitch? Why did you think? He didn't know him. He didn't even know him. So why would he ask your motherfucking son, is that nigga over there? Why? Because he was asking you, bitch. He was asking you. He was asking you, bitch. Why would he be asking your 8-year-old son these motherfucking questions? Asking all them questions. Why are you asking all them questions? Because he was fucking asking you. You fucking skunk. Like, I'm just really the fuck confused, bro. Like, How did you get from an intuition? I had an inkling that this is what happened, but they didn't have beef. So if he didn't even know you was fucking this nigga because he didn't know this nigga, bitch, then why would he even ask if the nigga was over there? Nobody had his address. Somebody gave my address out. Yeah, you, bitch!
Insurance.
How long have you been doing insurance?
4 years.
And do you have children?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 boys,
How old are they?
13 and 11.
What's the name of your 13-year-old?
Trey.
And your
So that means they was what? 8 and 6 or 8 and 5?
Jocelyn, did you want to be here today?
No.
In fact, you had to be subpoenaed to come here. Is that right?
Correct.
Have you been harassed about being here today?
Yes.
I heard the ratchet was there and had to leave or some shit. I don't know. What the fuck?
Your boys, are they pretty active?
Yes.
What do they do?
They play football. Yes, ma'am.
Any other sports?
No.
Did you grow up here in the DFW area?
Yes, I did.
What part did you grow up in?
I'm from North Park.
North Park?
It's like North Dallas area.
And what high school did you go
Put
to?
some more tea.
I went to Lancaster High School
When did you graduate?
in 2012.
Do you roughly remember?
Oh, the brother was trying to fight Ratchet?
High school with?
Yes.
I got to calm down. I am very
Name
angry.
or is that a nickname?
That's his nickname.
What's his real name?
Evan.
And is he named after his father?
Yes, ma'am.
What's his father's name?
Evan
And his last name?
Brown.
How'd you meet Devin Brown?
Through a mutual friend
Do you remember when on that?
in 2011.
They bring up Ratchet though.
So would that
I
be,
heard being on his podcast.
graduated high school or right before?
I think I graduated first. So I met him after I graduated. So I take that back. It was 2011 when I graduated.
How'd you meet?
Through his friend.
Who were those friends, if you remember?
His name was Florida.
Like she lies so much through these testimonies, bro. Because even when they on the second day too, which would be today, and they asked her, "Who are these people?" Right? May I approach the fucking witness? Right? Who are these people? And this Devin Brown, and this is Theo. This is Jerry. And do Theo have another name? I only know him by Theo. I went to school with him, so I only know him by Theo. Then she calls him like two or some other shit, and they like, so how do you know him? Well, we went to school, so I either call him Theodore or Theo, but I don't know him by nothing else. How do you know the rest of them? Of course, Devin is my baby daddy, and then I went to school with him, and I went to school with Beezy. But if you went to school with Beezy, but you know his name is motherfucking whatever the fuck, Cornelius, whatever the fuck his name is, then you know, then why you call him Yellow Beezy? You fucking know that this man is Jose Bodega or whatever the fuck he go by. You trying to play, bitch. You trying to play. You're trying to play. Then why do you call Yellow Beezy, bitch? You went to school with him too, didn't you?
What was that?
His name was Florida.
Florida? Okay. What do you know Devin as, or what do you call Devin?
Chicago.
You don't
Why
call
do
that
you
nigga
call
that. Shut the
Devin
fuck up.
Chicago?
Because he's from Chicago.
That bitch don't call that nigga that.
Self-explanatory, right?
Yes.
She done made me mad, bro.
Y'all met, did
She don't
y'all
fucking-
start a relationship soon after?
Yeah,
Knock
you
it
can say
off.
that, yes.
What would you call it?
I guess it was a relationship.
How was that relationship in the beginning?
It was good. Like any other relationship. It was cool.
And at some point you find out you were pregnant with your son?
Yes.
And how was your relationship during your pregnancy?
It wasn't really good
Why is that?
because it was just drama. He had an ex-girlfriend that he was talking to, just a lot of drama, and we just used to get into it.
But y'all stayed together enough to have
in 2015.
At some point, did y'all decide to stop seeing each other?
I decided to stop talking to him in 2018, July 2018,
Why was that?
because we used to fight a lot, like physical fight, get into it, hit each other, fight.
Cause you
How did you
fucking
end up
toxic.
ending that relationship?
I moved. It was the end of my lease term in my townhome, and I just moved, and I didn't tell him where I stayed there for like 6 months.
Pay attention.
And I just stopped talking to him, like, just cold turkey.
During this time, were y'all at least communicating about your kids?
I was trying to communicate to him about my kids. I was trying to get him to assist with, like, daycare and stuff like that.
Lies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bitch, you just said you moved and you ain't talked to him for 6 months. Ain't that what the fuck she said?
Yes.
So you move cold turkey, stop talking to him for 6 motherfucking months. And then they said, so you didn't communicate even for the kids? I mean, like, I was trying to get him to do daycare. Like, girl, fucking what? It's the lies.
But it wasn't, we wasn't like talking like that.
He was,
And
No.
you didn't even want to let him know where you lived. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, at some point, did y'all start talking again and trying to co-parent the boys?
Yes, we started talking probably, I moved again after that to the place that I was at, and we started talking again. But, I mean, like, pretty much our co-parenting relationship wasn't like it wasn't a healthy co-parenting relationship, so.
Explain what that.
you know what else ain't healthy? They said she had this nigga named Mo3 locked up in her motherfucking room for hours just texting her kids. Then she said, well, I cooked that night. Well, what time did you cook? Because your son was texting you for food. That's on day 2. That was from today.
If there was a co-parenting relationship, I mean, what that even was.
It was more so of me trying to get him to help financially with my kids. We will always have problems
Him
about that.
and any other nigga, I'm
Him
sure.
getting him seeing
Would you
them
give me
more,
a
being
cup
more
of tea, please?
active. That was the type of co-parenting relationship we had. Like, I was always upset about him not doing something or stuff like that. So I wouldn't necessarily say it was a co-parenting relationship where I can call him and, it wasn't a good co-parenting relationship.
Would you provide some financial support or none at all?
He was sometimes when he wanted to.
What about the boys? Did he ever make time to go see them?
Yeah, he saw them sometimes when he wanted to.
Was it
When it was convenient for him.
That's what she sticks to the entire testimony today and yesterday.
how often? Maybe a month when you see the boys?
I can't say. Not a lot. It wasn't a lot. I had them majority of the time.
What was your relationship with Devin like in 2020?
Same stuff. Arguments about getting the kids. Arguments about helping financially. It was the same stuff.
Were y'all on speaking terms or not really?
We was on speaking terms sometimes. If he didn't make me mad about something. Or if I feel like he didn't do something that I needed him to do.
Now, you heard that. But when it came to today's testimony, day 2, she said, did he be blocking her when she gets upset? And they said, are you using your kids against him? Basically won't let him see his kids when he ain't doing what you want him to do. No. I gotta protect my kids. She said, well, ain't it dangerous that you had somebody that you knew had all this beef at your house with your kids?
communicate with each other like that.
Trey, your oldest son, what's his birthday?
November the 1st.
November 1st. Do you remember if you had a birthday party for Trey November 1st in 2020?
No, I don't think so.
Or maybe a joint birthday party for the boys?
We never did joint.
Do you remember if he did anything with Trey for his birthday back in November 1st in 2020?
I think he bought him a hoverboard, but as far as like a party, no, I don't remember. I don't. It's so long ago. I don't.
You remember everything else?
At some point in 2020, did you start seeing other people?
Yes.
Who were you talking with November
Right.
2020?
Three.
And not three, you know him as Melvin Noble?
Yes, yeah.
What did you call him?
Mama.
How did you and
A
Mama?
little bitter.
We met on social media, on Facebook,
Do you remember roughly when that was?
like 2017.
So y'all know each other for years.
Yes.
Is that right?
You said it,
So
Cheesy.
Facebook, that's prior to trying to date now. How did y'all introduce each other on Facebook?
I think we was in a Facebook group called Keys to the Streets, and I don't even remember how. I think he inboxed me or inboxed my mom. He inboxed my mom first, then he inboxed me.
It's still
We
good.
exchanged
Yeah.
numbers, and that's how we began
Still
to
good,
talk.
though.
What was it like in 2017? I mean, were y'all meeting up with each other then, or how?
No, we wasn't meeting up. We was just on the phone talking sporadically. I call him, he'll call me, we'll talk, chat. That was it.
What were your conversations like?
Just talk about stuff on social media.
Lies.
And did that relationship grow over the years?
No, well, when you say grow, what do you mean by that?
Well, how did you get from maybe talking on phone every now and then to something more serious?
We didn't start talking serious until 2020.
Do you remember when? Is that the month?
July? I don't remember.
What made you decide to finally start talking to him seriously?
We had each other on Snap. I was still a plates, and he wanted a plate, so he came and bought a plate. He came to my mama's house. He bought a plate. We talked for like a long time, and then it went from there.
You remember the kind of things that y'all used to talk about?
Everything, his whole life story, music,
How was he when he was with you?
very goofy, very talkative, very, he just talk a lot. He just always had a story to tell.
I bet he did talk a lot. Just enough, ain't it?
Did he make you laugh?
Just enough, ain't it?
When you said that you were someplace you came to get a plate, we're talking about food?
Yeah.
What kind of food would you make?
That day,
Or in general? So,
I was trying to test something out. So I had started selling plates to try to see if I can make money selling plates. That particular time I made like some chicken, baked cheese, some yams. But it was just like a little test run. It wasn't something that I was doing for a long time. I was just like, I'm going to see if I can sell plates. And so, yeah.
and then when you came over to come get that plate, y'all ended up talking for a long time?
Yes.
And how did your relationship progress over the months?
We started going out and stuff, going bowling, hanging out. He would come to my house, and play Connect Four with my family.
Now, she said they started going out. They started going bowling, hanging out, right? Her other testimony from today. She said, now she testifies, because now we're in the serious part of the relationship, which she says from today in the testimony that it was only like 3, 4, maybe 3 months of serious relationship status, right? I mean, I loved him. I wasn't in love with him. So then they said did he come to your son's birthday party? She didn't want him to come. She told him he couldn't come. Why not? Because Yella Beezy was going to be there. But you was comfortable with going to hang out and going bowling. But you knew he had all this beef. With niggas you went to school with.
Yeah, he was real good at Connect Four. So during that time, it was like the Connect Four war between him and my family. So he'll come over there and play Connect Four, take their money. It was just a big thing. So, and then I think that's really how we ended up talking for real, because I seen how he interacted with my family, and I don't really bring people around him like that. So I was like, okay, they like him, so cool.
And when you say Connect Four, do you mean we're talking about that old school, little circles, one team is red, one team is yellow?
I don't even need to pull up, because Marshall sent me the videos from that time of us, and how they were saying that's like their brother. They told me that their mama was they was his sisters and brothers. That's what they told me. And her mama was like his mama. In 3 months' time of serious relationship, because you said he inboxed your mama at that point, and he came to your mama's house and got a plate that you cooked, because you was just practicing on seeing if you could sell plates and make money from it. I'm gonna really have to take a sedative because I can feel my nerves is going fucking bananas right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a sedative because, like, bitch, I am. So he would come over and play Connect Four, but you didn't let people really know where you live like that. But she gonna go on to say somebody gave my address out.
If you were selling plates, who got the address for the plates?
That was at her mama house though. Remember, that's at her mama house. So then they go on and ask her, and today they said, so you had to give Melvin your address. No. They said, but you don't remember telling the detectives that you had to give them your address? I mean, I might have, but I don't think I did. But that's what they went back and showed, that's what the fuck you said. This girl is a liar, bro.
Yeah.
But he was really good at that Connect Four.
Yeah, he was good at it.
Did you ever play with him?
I wasn't good enough. I wasn't interested in playing Connect Four. I wasn't good at it.
And you said you
Because you was too busy.
Do you have any family?
I do.
Okay. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one brother and I have 3 sisters.
And in fact, you all have the same first initial. Is that right?
Correct.
That how did that start? Like how all y'all have the same first initial?
My daddy's name is James Jackson. So we all got J's in our name.
I want to talk about, you know, our here, right? I want to talk about November 10th. Okay, this is the day before Melvin was murdered. Do you remember that day?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
To see each other that day?
Yes, we had plans the day before. He was telling me that he was flying down to come see me. He was in California. He said he was going to come to my house when he left from California.
Do you remember what he was doing in California?
Nobody knew that though, right? So did you tell somebody? Who'd you tell that to? Nobody knew that because nobody knew you was really talking to this nigga seriously, because you had only been talking to him
For a few months.
for 3 months or so. But he called you and told you he was coming from California. He was coming to your house, but nobody else knew that. So why would Devin ever have suspected that he was at your fucking house? Because it wasn't, I mean, like when she asked her today, she says, so when Mo3 put his chain around your son's neck and took the pictures and posted them, do you think he was antagonizing? I mean, no. I mean, I feel like he was like, you know, trying to peek You mean antagonizing? Bitch, you didn't know what the word meant?
Music stuff. From my knowledge, music stuff.
And November 10th, you happen to remember that that was a Tuesday?
It was.
About what time did he come to your house on November 10th?
And he came early. I think it was about 11 o'clock probably. It was early. It was early.
And did he end up staying until the following day?
Yes.
For 12 hours in her room. 12 hours in her room.
Day of November
12 hours in her room with her.
I really don't even remember. We was talking. I know I cooked that night, but talking just
She
chilling.
said she cooked that night.
He ended up staying the night with you?
Yes.
Do you remember roughly about what time he left on November 11th?
I'm gonna say it was around noon when he left. 11-ish or noonish when he left.
One of the boys, were your boys with you?
Yes, they was.
And remember this COVID time, so were they in school or they were being schooled through the computer?
They was on school virtually.
How did your boys like them?
They liked him. They was starstruck. They liked him.
Now, at some point, your oldest son, Trey, did he ask you if you could go see his dad?
Yes, he did. Well, he asked if his dad could pick him up.
And did you allow that to happen?
No.
Why not?
No.
Because I hadn't talked to his dad in a few months, and I was just to the point where I was like, you gonna either be him with them or you not. So I was like, no, I haven't talked to him.
So she testifies today, not in this clip, in the next one. She testified today that she hadn't talked to him because he blocked her. When they got down to why it was possibly blocked, is because, like she said, if he didn't like what I said or, I was blocked. So you ain't talked to him because, bitch, you was blocked. And you wouldn't let him see his kids.
Because then it comes back to like,
It comes back to money.
it doesn't make sense.
Can't see y'all. You can't pick y'all up.
So had you been in the boys' lives?
That's exactly what I said. This is exactly what I said. I said that.
Yes.
This is what I said. How did you cook when your son was texting you about food and Roblox?
No.
Now, this would fuck me up. This would fuck me up because her son said, "Can I get some Roblox and Roblox, whatever the fuck it is?" And she said something like, "Not right now." And then he texted her. He said, "Okay, when you done." Because she had been in the room.
Communicating at that time.
No.
How, if y'all were communicating, how would y'all communicate?
Through my son.
So, your son, Trey, he had a cell phone?
Yes.
And so if you say you needed to get in touch with Devin, would you use Trey's cell phone to talk with him?
Yes.
She gonna backtrack in just a second. She used Trey's phone to talk
How
to
old
him.
was Trey in
Robux.
November 11th of 2020? How old was he back then?
He was 8
8.
years old.
8.
You said that none of us your apartment around you.
Yes.
What do you recall happening next after you left?
My sister called me probably like 30 minutes later, and she was like, what was it?
At some point, you find out what happened to Melvin.
Yes.
What was going through your mind when you found that out?
I just knew it was just something fishy. Like, I just knew that it was something fishy. I was sad, I was angry.
Did he seem like he was in fear of his life while he was with you, November 10th through November 11th?
No, he never.
What was fishy?
Right.
If he left your house and then 30 minutes later you get a call that he had got killed, what was fishy about that?
Because you didn't set up plays.
A nigga left my house, but he didn't die, but he was in a very bad car accident. And it hurt my soul. He was my very first boyfriend. He was leaving my house. It was really, really late, like 1, 2 in the morning. And he got into a very bad car accident. I did not find nothing fishy about that. You are with a nigga that has street beef. Now, let me tell you something. Because Rainwater kept wanting to talk to me. And Queen 88 kept calling him with me, kept calling me with him on three-way. He's trying to convince me that he don't have nothing to do with this, right? But if you listening to this defense, she's setting it up for the play. That she believes Rain got something to do with it. But of course, they got to put doubt, right? Because the prosecution burden lies with them to prove this case. Okay? So now, when I was talking to Rainwater on the motherfucking telephone, he tells me, you know, Mo 3 ain't never killed nobody. That's just shit we be talking about in the lyrics. That's just shit he put in his songs. He ain't never killed nobody.
It seemed like he was in fear of his life when he was with me.
You said it seemed like it was something fishy. Why would you think that? That's just speculation. First of all, thoughts about it.
Thank you, know. Thank you, know. The answer to that question, if you're going to guess, then
What?
What?
Why did you think that there was something fishy surrounding his death?
Greeting, Ashley.
and my instruction to you is, if you know, then you can answer.
Because he was leaving my house and I just felt like somebody had something to do with it.
Somebody who? 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 Why was that fishy? Why did you think that? Why did you think it had anything to do with you? Why did you think it had anything to do with you, Jossie? Like somebody, somebody, because he was leaving my house, so it was fishy, like. But why was it fishy? If you saying today that he didn't have no beef with Devin didn't even know who the fuck he was. Devin didn't know, like, why would Devin be asking you as the nigga at your motherfucking house or your son, right? Why was that fishy?
Did a lot of people know where he lived?
No,
Why is that?
I didn't let people know where I live at.
At some point, did you or a family member contact police on November 11th?
I believe my mom contacted the police.
Why your mama
Did you
contact the
speak to
police?
police that night?
What's that face for? Why you look at me like that, Cena? Because remember back in the day when this happened, and her sister Jackie said, because the detective called my mama, and I said, why would the detective tell your mama? Your mama called the police to say what?
Exactly.
What your mama call the police and say? He had been at my daughter's house for more than 12 hours, held up in the bedroom while her kids was texting from another room that she did not even come out the room to see. Although she claimed she had cooked, which maybe, bitch, maybe you did at some point. It might have been midnight when you cooked dinner. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for more than 12 the fuck hours. More than 12 hours. You said he came about 10 or 11 a.m.,
Okay.
right? Then he didn't leave till 12. Why did your mama call the police? To say what? You know what I'm Say what?
How would she know? Why?
Your mama was in your bedroom because that's where the fuck you was at for 12 hours. Your mama called to say the fuck what?
What were your concerns?
Yeah, what were your concerns?
I felt like my address was given out
By who?
to someone.
By who?
I feel like somebody had followed him from my house, or I feel like, anybody would think that
No, they wouldn't.
that was my concern.
I'm gonna need a sedative, bitch. Like, I'm telling you, when they showed this man body on this freeway, I had never seen that before. It set me off. I went into a tailspin. I was in an ugly cry for a full 20, 30 minutes. I couldn't get myself together sitting over this motherfucker. So you gotta forgive me because I'm really pissed the fuck off because I ain't never seen his body laid out there. You understand what I'm saying? And my thought is, I had just watched his mother's testimony, and I know they were rotating them out, didn't want them to be in the courtroom, but I don't know if she was able to sit in the courtroom because her testimony is just that that's her son. You know what I'm saying? So she still has to see this later, has to see her fucking son, and you up on this motherfucking stand playing in everybody's face, bitch. Cowabunga, dude. Cowabunga. I am so angry. I'm so angry. Let me calm down. My hands is freezing. I wish I had some weed tea.
Okay, you said you met with
Like
police
THC.
officers on the night
I need
of
to
the
be
murder,
calm.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
This has
You
sent
said
me
it's because
completely
you were
over the
concerned
edge.
that someone knew where you lived.
I was concerned. I felt like that. Can I say?
Yes, please.
If
Please
it's your
do.
personal knowledge,
I felt like my address was given out
By
why
whom?
did you feel that way?
Yeah, why?
because don't nobody know where I stay at. I don't bring people to my house, and the only person that knows where I stay at is my kids' head. So I feel like my address was given out.
But you testified today that they didn't have beef.
Yes,
So you felt that Devin Brown had something to do with knowing that Melvin was at your house.
correct.
And why did you think that?
Because I asked my son, did his dad ask him about it?
And hearsay. It's her. She just said, I asked my son.
Right.
She,
I asked my son.
You mean Devin Brown asked his 8-year-old son if specifically if he was over there because he saw him take a picture with him with a necklace on a couple months or weeks prior to that. He asked you specifically on the day that he was motherfucking murdered. He asked his son, was that nigga over there? You mean like I had said in the beginning that he asked you that and you was texting? Right? But I'm just trying to motherfucking figure it out because if he didn't know Mo 3, or as you call him, Momo, I feel like my head can spin around like the Exorcist. You hear me?
And he talked to his father, and if he asked if he was there.
Why?
because had-
No, he asked you, was he there? On your son's
My
phone.
intuition clicked in.
Her intuition clicked. Her intuition clicked. You know why the fuck you was texting that nigga on your son's phone? Because you wasn't blocked, but y'all didn't think that the detective would ever look at your son's phone. You use kids like bitches use kids to steal out of stores. That's what the fuck you did. That's what she did. Bitch, I know. I know the move, bitch. He asked you. I believe that the motherfucking back and forth angry texting was all falsified bullshit. This bitch don't remember nothing.
To that interview.
I do.
And what was the point of doing that?
To show that I didn't have anything to do with it, and to show for the police to do whatever investigation they needed to do to rule me out.
To rule me out. Girl, get the fuck.
Okay, Josh, I'm showing you what's been marked as States Exhibit 732 and 735.
I don't know what she thought this cross was gonna do for her.
Consent to search.
But
that
burn a
you
hole
had
through her
signed with
motherfucking
Detective Anderson,
chest.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And the date on here, the date is November 17th of 2020. Is that correct? 12:15.
Yes,
And do you recognize your signature on both pages?
I do.
And then one was for an iPhone 8. Do you recall if that was Trey's phone or your phone?
That was my son's phone.
And the iPhone 11, that was your phone?
Yes.
Now, at this time, state offers States Exhibit 732 and 735 that agrees to the two exhibits.
And which phone does 732 go with? That iPhone 8?
iPhone 8 is for 732.
Thank you.
That's like when they motherfucking ask her, do you think that Devin Brown wanted to get back with you? And she's like, no, I don't think so, because like he had a whole nother girlfriend. Bitch, your sister Jackie was on somebody's motherfucking podcast talking about how he was jealous and stalking her and wanted her. Y'all remember that? Don't nobody else remember that but me. The neighbor testified and said it was her that came to get the motherfucking recording off of her because she wanted to know what exactly it showed. Why was you worried about it? The whole time, Ashley. I don't know why everybody thought that this particular trial for Keywan White was gonna clear every nigga on the board. Why the fuck do y'all think that? Why do you think that? So I guess Keywan just went and motherfucking scribbled etch a sketch. Did you see this nigga tattoos, bro?
Yes.
It looked like somebody etch a sketch this nigga tattoos on his motherfucking body. So I guess he just went and got some motherfucking etch a sketch tattoos going up his motherfucking neck to be incognito. That nigga ain't that smart. Everything around him show you and tell you the nigga ain't that smart.
John, give me a copy.
Yes. She has a long one this with us.
Yes, Your Highness.
Okay. All right. We all take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're not about to finish with this witness and a crime scene with the state, so we're going to review.
So this is pretty much all the fluid from one night's dialysis, all the solution in my stomach, and
I'm gonna go warm up my tears. This is day 2 today. This is today. We're gonna talk about it because they really got me fucked up. I'm gonna put a little heat on this, okay? I'm gonna put a little heat on this. Let's move it along.
To like the courthouse. Is that close to here, far? I'm just asking you about the same Ms. Jackson that was testifying yesterday afterwards. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember where your address was in November of 2020?
No. I don't remember.
Do you remember where you lived or what area you lived in?
I stayed between the Oak Cliff and like the crossing of Oak Cliff and Duncanville area.
And where's that relationship to like the courthouse? Is that close to here, far?
I would say about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute drive. It's not too far.
Do you
She don't remember the name of it.
to get to
As if she ain't passed by this motherfucker.
I don't know,
Nothing.
Better. I think that's a little better.
Now the car that Roman was driving the day of November 10th, do you remember what kind of car that was?
I didn't even know what car he was in.
Okay. Did you have a visitor parking spot, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have? Can you explain why?
When they show, they show the parking lot, right? They show the parking lot. The parking is directly in front of her motherfucking house. She's on the bottom floor. So says her upstairs neighbor, because she says when her little girl stomps around too much, Jossie comes up there and tell her to be quiet. So she's on the bottom floor. If you, bitch, I'm not even on the bottom floor. Even when I was on the motherfucking third floor, when I was in Vegas, bitch, I can tell you what cars was passing. You know what I'm saying? So, bitch, if I'm on the first floor, bitch, and I have been and been at people's house, bitch, we like this on the couch. Who is that pulling up? Not to mention, bitch, you got to have his motherfucking license plate. Okay, tell me another one. Go ahead.
For your time.
Go ahead.
My apartment complex won't us to log the license plate.
Did you?
So he sent the license plate and I logged the license plate into the log.
Did you ever see the car that he was driving that day?
I don't recall that I did, no.
Now she don't
If you
recall.
would see him drive, what kind of car would he drive?
He would drive a Corvette.
Do you happen to
It was
remember?
like a Stingray, I think. It was a convertible sports car.
Do you remember if he was driving a sports car the day of November 10th and 11th?
I don't think I remember if I knew what car he was in.
Can I approach the witness? Ms. Jackson, I'm going to show you some photos and let me know if you recognize these individuals. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'm showing you this.
Here come the foolishness.
1003A. Do you recognize this as Devin Brown?
Yes.
Yesterday you said that you would call him Chicago. Is that correct?
Correct.
This is the same photo, just larger. Is that
Your girl
yes?
don't call that nigga Chicago. That bitch don't call that nigga Chicago. No, she
This is
don't.
exhibit 1000.
Do niggas maybe call him that? Maybe.
Do you recognize this as being Jerry Johnson?
It's the same.
Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Who is that?
That's Jerry.
Okay, Jerry Johnson.
Yes.
And state
But all of these lawyers act like they ain't never did a trial a day in
Do
their
you
life.
recognize this person?
That's Yellow.
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 Is that also known as Marquise Conway?
Correct.
Yellow. Marquise Conway. Now, didn't you say you went to school with him? Watch the shit. Watch the foolishness.
And state
Yellow.
exhibit 1006A. Do you recognize this person?
That's Freddie.
When you say Freddie, is that Trap Boy Freddie?
Correct.
Real quick. This is how I even found out, like I said, about the trial. Because two different people text me. The one who texted me about the actual trial, the other one, she sent me ratchet shit. I didn't watch it. This one, I only knew because she had sent it to me. Because I ended up texting her this rising because last night, real quick, y'all, a motherfucking YouTube video popped up And I'm like, well, let me watch it real quick because it was a case that somebody had asked me, the chick who I text had asked me to look into. The girl had died of carbon monoxide poisoning with her little boy, right? And her mama's friend, which is my homegirl, had reached out to me and was like, I want you to look at this case for me. So as I get ready to look at it, she texts me back and say, never mind, her mama said she don't want you to do it, that she's going to accept that the girl had carbon monoxide poisoning because they say she came from the club, picked up her son, and fell asleep in the car because she was intoxicated or whatever, and the baby was already asleep, right? Bitch, why it fucked me up? I text her because I said, bitch, I never knew that was supposed to be Beezy's son. I said, you told me your mom, like, her mom was like, don't look at that. Like, but I never knew that this was all it is. Like, it was supposed to be his secret child. I keep looking at the little boy like, why he look so familiar to me? I ain't never seen this baby. Why he look so familiar to me? Look just like that nigga. You hear me? Could not motherfucking believe it. So I'm texting her. Then she turned around and texted me and said, are you watching the trial?
And lastly, in State's Exhibit 1007, who is this?
That's Theo.
Do you know Theo's nickname?
I mean, I call him
1007A.
I know him by Theo.
Theo.
He got a nickname.
Your Honor, at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 1003A, 1004A, 1005A, 1006A, 1007A for all purposes.
I just think, here's what I recommend.
It's a
Maybe
motherfucking
we
ad,
could-
y'all. Hold
The
on.
best course of action is
Your Honor, we've been taking a lot of names in this trial. This will help aid the jury in understanding who the parties are that we are speaking about.
Now, reason why, hold on, be quiet, hush, stop. Reason why that video popped up about her is because I had just watched the video that I didn't even know. It was about these 3 chicks who got killed and they weren't even connected. But the one that they started with ended up getting killed because they was trying to put another murder on her, trying to say that she gave somebody location. Who location? Bezu, the nigga Zoo. When they had me down in Atlanta at the motherfucking studio and motherfucking Duty Low came in and then the nigga Zoo came in, that nigga, that video had popped up. I was like, I'm just watching it, just looking at it, you know. Sometimes I look at stories to see if I can figure out and listen and see what I hear, put the shit together. You know what I'm saying? I tap in on certain murder cases, right? So when they say Zoo, I'm like, wait, that's the one nigga. So then after that go off, that's when that case pop up about that boy and that girl and her son.
Any other? And some of these things we have not said, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that will be developed throughout the rest of the testimony. But these are individuals that she has recognized and can authenticate that their faces.
Gratitude, Mo 3 Sector, Queen Tulsa News. I saw what you had put into the live chat for the trial today. I appreciate it.
Commissioner Pavlich?
This bitch is a liar and the truth ain't in her. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how nobody feeling about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Her intuition kicked in. It was fishy.
I'm posting now. This is Devin Brown, aka Chicago. This is the this is Jerry Johnson, you know Jerry. 1005A, this is Yellow Beezy.
Correct.
1006A, this is Trap Boy Freddy.
Correct.
And 1007A, this is Theodore Thomas.
Now, what fucked me up is that she keeps saying, like, the defense is saying the beef that Mo3 had was with Trap Boy Freddy. She keeps saying it's with Yella Beezy. Like, this bitch is bananas, but they trying to sell her. So you're saying that he had beef also with Devin Brown. They ain't have beef. But you just had all of these text messages. Like, listen, wait till you hear these text messages, bro.
Correct. I know about Theodore too. I went to school with him.
Okay. This Theo, does he go by any other name?
Jose Bodega, Your Honor.
Yes, I was asking the witness.
Oh, sorry.
I call him Theodore. He has a nickname, which is a rap name, but I went to school with him, so I don't call him his rap name. I call
But you-
him Theo.
But you call Yella
His name
Yella.
is Theodore.
Theodore. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Now, how do you know these individuals?
I went to school with 3 of them.
Which three?
I went to school with Jerry, I went to school with Theo, and I went to school with Yella. And of course, I have kids by my child's father, and I know Freddie from just the internet.
Now,
I went to school with,
She said she knows Trap Boy Freddy from just the internet. Now, my memory serves me correctly. Jackie had did a motherfucking podcast when Lil Boosie got shot and said, I don't know why he over there. That's Trap Boy Freddy nail spot over there. Right? Right. Okay.
Jerry Johnson, Marquise Conway, and Theodore Thomas.
Thank you.
in 1003A, that's being on the screen, that's Devin Brown, right? That's your child's father?
Correct.
Okay. And this is, you said that y'all met in 2011?
Correct.
Now, were you or Devin, I'm sorry. One second. Now, 1005A, is that who you went to school with?
Yes.
Which
Did
is
you go to school
Theo,
the whole time, or
Theodore
did you
Thomas,
stay in that high school
Jose
the whole time?
Bodega.
No, I didn't.
What other high schools did you go to?
I graduated from the Beginnings Christian Academy.
And
I didn't graduate from like
And
from
girl-
probably 3 years.
Did Devin, do you know what high school Devin went to?
He went to the Soto High School. He went to Lancaster, I believe, his freshman year, but I met him when I was going to my other school.
And did Devin know Yellow Beezy or Marquise Conway?
Yes.
hold on.
How did he?
Now, you what is it? What is it? What you was about to say? Didn't she say she had graduated?
She did.
She said she graduated when she met that nigga, right?
I thought she went to school with
She went with Jerry and Yella and Theo, but she said she had just, I think I had just quit or graduated school when I met him. You don't know when you met this nigga, or you don't know when you graduated? Because I could rewind it from yesterday. That's what the fuck she said, ain't it? Okay. Okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, go ahead.
Associates.
During this time, earlier you had testified that there was a public rap beef between Mo3 and Yellow Beezy. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's what she had said. That's what she said. Come the fuck on, Ad.
These puzzles can only be solved by either a
Showing you
That was good too, though.
Exhibits 834. Yesterday you testified that on November 17th you went to the Dallas Police Department and did a consent to search your cell phone as well as your son's cell phone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And again, what was the reason that you wanted to do that?
I was just there to assist with the case, just give them my phone if they wanted to go through my phone, talk to them about him leaving my house, and just give them any information that they needed.
Killing two birds with one stone.
Can you see the date that's written on here? This is an extraction report.
Killing
a
two
Cellbrite
birds with one
extraction-
stone.
Extraction report. You see where it says Cellbrite up here?
Yes.
An extraction report.
Yes.
You see that this date is, what date is this?
Objection, witness is reading from a piece of paper this item from the candidate's right.
Until the 17th.
Do you recall your telephone number at that time?
But
Do you recall your email address?
I have several email addresses. I probably do.
Is Jocelyn Jackson at yahoo.com one of them?
Yes.
she's such a fucking liar, bro. Some of the detectives and shit was lying. It's ridiculous to me. For those of y'all who just joining me, I said I also had an issue with the lady Tamitha who was in the BMW because she said that she's the one who called the police. They played the 911 call because we got more people on here that wasn't on here at first. Tamitha said she called 911. They played the call. She told the 911 caller, I saw his face. I saw his face. I saw his face. That means you saw his face. Then she testified that he was putting on the mask, so she saw from the chin down. She said on the call, I saw his face. He was thin, but not real skinny, but not fat either. Excuse me, but he was a slim guy. So then she said she only saw this part, that she stopped, rolled down her window because she thought he had a blowout. So she was trying to see if he needed help. That's when she saw him putting on the mask, getting the gun, getting out the car, all in a matter of 20 seconds. All in a matter of 20 seconds. 20 to 30 seconds. All of this happened. But you called and said you saw his face. If you saw his face, then you should be able to point out and say, is this the man that you see in this motherfucking courtroom right here, Kewan White? But you said on trial yesterday, that he was putting on the mask, and you saw from the chin down, then you saw from the nose down. But that's not seeing his motherfucking face.
You said you would sometimes communicate with Devin through Trey's phone. Is that right?
If he had me blocked.
So at one point, you say had you blocked. Did Devin block you at some point?
He blocked me, I believe, in September of 2020.
And so because he had blocked you on your phone, sometimes you would message him off of Trey's phone?
Yes,
You had access to Trey's phone?
I did.
Did you see the double talk, the lies? The bitch is crazy, bro.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. Do you recognize this photo?
No.
Do you recognize, or do you know what Trey had Devin saved in his phone? Dad, okay. And you said you called Devin Chicago, is that right?
Correct.
He's from Chicago?
Correct.
Has a Chicago area code?
Correct.
Do you recall this? As
Not
the,
on Nan podcast have I ever heard her say motherfucking Chicago.
Do you remember taking a screenshot
None of them.
Trey's cell phone for detectives?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember that there were phone calls between Devin and Trey on November 10th and then November 11th?
I only found out on November 11th that there were phone calls.
Okay. And November 10th that there were phone calls from Devin to Trey, is that correct?
Correct.
And in State's Exhibit 839, we see the same name as Dad with a green heart, is that correct?
Correct.
The same number from State's Exhibit 838, is that right?
Correct.
And the incoming phone calls from Devin.
Hey, right. So if the nigga blocked you and he had such an issue that y'all had to argue through the baby phone, why didn't he just fucking unblock you and start texting your phone? Because this is the play. That's why. Because this is the play. That's why.
To Trey on November.
Object to again, she's having a witness sponsor a piece of paper, right? If you sign that evidence.
Well, ask the witness to identify what's in the photos and tell her what's not.
Okay, but you can't identify what's in the photos, is that right?
Yes.
And in State's Exhibit 840, again, do you recognize what's the contents of these photos?
Yes.
Okay. At this
Ever.
time, State offers State's Exhibit 838, 839, and 840. These are photos for all purposes.
What was 839 again?
Photos.
I ain't never heard nobody on this motherfucking internet refer to that nigga as Chicago. Ever.
Screenshot of Trey's cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Amazon isn't just where I shop, it's where I publish, even though I'm not a writer. You see, on Amazon, everyone's fighting to sell the
I ain't
same
paying for
$20
no
water
ass
bottle.
to be
And
gone. I'm not
almost
doing
no one's
that.
taking-
No. Because I know somebody was thinking.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to State Exhibit 838. Initially, when you asked the witness said she didn't know what this was and couldn't recognize it. And 839 and 840. So, improper identification.
Okay, you're talking about 838 through 840 is improper identification or
Identification. 838, 839 and 840.
Okay. Let me see 838. Is that the one with Chicago's phone number on it that the witness recognized?
I think she asked her about 839, not 830. 838.
Okay. The witness stated that that's Chicago's phone number, Chicago area code. Is that your recollection?
For 839 and 840.
838.
I want them to get on with it so I can get my thoughts on this shit.
It was again a screenshot of Trey's phone.
Okay, taken by this witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense objections are overruled. State's Exhibits 838 through 840 are admitted for purposes.
Commissioner Coachman?
You may.
The cameraman was really getting on my nerves.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. We see that this was the screenshot that you took of Trey's phone. Is that right?
Yes.
It says Dad, and we know that Dad was saved in Trey's phone. That was Devin.
Correct.
This was his telephone number, the 312-623-8475.
Correct.
We see that there was an incoming call on November 10th at 6:35 p.m. Is that right?
Correct.
On State's Exhibit 839, you still see that same name that saved as Dad and that same telephone number as State's Exhibit 838. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then
Did.
the incoming call.
So he called him, but she testified that you didn't let him go She says that the call came in because he was asking Trey, can he take them out for lunch? 6:35 p.m. ain't fucking lunch. Let's be clear on that, okay? So he can't take them out for lunch. They said it was school time. He had been texting, asking if he could take them out to lunch. She was saying no, because he ain't been around. None of this shit makes sense. I'm so the fuck confused. And maybe I'm off. I'm thinking what the fuck I'm thinking, and I need to hear it again. But she keeps saying no because he ain't been around. He ain't seen my kids. He ain't seen my kids. But he has access to call them. Obviously, he's calling and talking to them, right? That's past dinner time. So obviously he has been calling and texting him. He just ain't calling you. So you are in a room with Mo3, right? And your son is in his room or their room or wherever the fuck he is, texting and calling his dad. Somebody that you say that ain't been around, ain't been talking to your kids, but on this particular motherfucking day, he keeps calling and texting. So on the 11th, he wanted to take them out to lunch. So what was the calls about the day before at 6:35? What is all of these calls about? You ain't never asked your son what your daddy was saying? So on the 11th, he called and texted and asked if he could take them out to lunch. You said no because he ain't been around.
What time are these incoming calls coming in on November 10th? Can you see that?
Yes, 6:57 p.m., 6:54 p.m., and 6:36 p.m.
Y'all hear the motherfucking times he was calling? That's on the 10th, no? That's on the 10th. You're in the room with Melvin Noble. But you say this nigga ain't around. He's calling back to fucking back. If your son is texting you, how do we know that you not texting him to tell him what to tell his daddy? We don't know.
Looking at State's Exhibit 840, we see that there's a screenshot of the calls that Devin was calling Trey on November 11th. Is that right?
Yes,
And what time are those calls coming in at?
10:48 a.m., 10:49, and 11:21 a.m.
So he just been calling him all night?
Having much communication with Trey?
Hey, if Trey texting you and he asking can he get Robux, he asking if he can get some dinner, do we gotta wait till you done? You tell him yes. All of this. But his daddy been calling since the night, that early that night. His daddy, who got the only motherfucker with the address, ain't show up to come see his son, to get his son. Fuck dinner, I'll come tomorrow and get you lunch. So because kids, that's how kids do. If your kids is calling and texting you, you in the room, and he want dinner, and you ain't cooked yet, because that's what the fuck he asking for, and his daddy calling, I'm sure his daddy said, did you eat? No, mama in the room with her friend, because he's 8.
Honestly, I don't know.
The lies
They
is
talked to
crazy,
their
bro.
dad on their phone. It wasn't nothing that I was asking about. I didn't. So if they talk to him, they talk to him.
Yesterday, you testified that Devin asked Trey to go to breakfast with him on November 11th. Is that right?
Correct.
You said no.
Yes.
And again, why did you say no?
He had me blocked since September.
But he didn't have his kids blocked.
I believe that he hadn't seen my boys in a while.
But he was
I
calling
like,
them.
no, they can't go.
But he was calling
And it
them.
was just on a Wednesday, so I was like, no.
Was that out of the ordinary with Devin?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Because Tuesday, he had been calling all day long.
Yesterday, you had said that something didn't
So
seem
your
right.
son, your
You
8-year-old
found out
son
that
set him up.
Ms.
Not
Phillips,
you.
Is that right?
Correct.
What was going through your mind with all the events that was going on that morning and with Trey?
I think that I just,
It's the same.
They started arguing on the 11th, but he had been calling all night of the 10th. They never argued then. He never said, take your mama the phone. I know motherfucking kids. We used to own a daycare, and I was a motherfucking teacher, bitch. So I know kids. He never said, take your mama the phone. Why y'all ain't 8? Take your motherfucking mama the phone. Never. Not once. He ain't want to know. The argument came because he went to pick him up for lunch, although he had been calling all night. So he never showed up. Or you thought he was going to show up. Which one is it?
Your Honor, it's her presence and impression of what was going on that day.
He had them a few days before. That's interesting.
She testified yesterday that she contacted police because of what happened.
Right, but you're asking her, to express,
Never, I mean never, introduce yourself by saying your name. If your name is the
Come
first thing
on.
out of your mouth,
speculative opinions.
Your Honor, it's her presence and impression after the person that she has a romantic relationship with, she's found out that he's been shot on the
That's
freeway.
what is speaking.
I'm explaining how it's a presence and impression.
Go ahead.
At that moment, she's found out now that the person she has a romantic relationship with has been shot on the freeway. It's her present sense impression of what is taking place and the reason for why she came forward to the police. It's not speculation.
Because where did she go? Because her neighbor testified that after this happened, after she heard Jossie leaving with her kids, screaming and yelling on the phone, cussing, all she heard was the cuss words, and she was leaving seemingly upset with her kids. Where was you going? You want me to talk about it?
Now, if that's what she's going to testify to, then I'll allow that, but if she's going to speculate about what made it happen, or, what could have...
He posted them on his Facebook like 11:09.
Why she went to the police.
See what I'm saying?
That's fine.
I went to the police because I
She
feel
gonna try to
like
backtrack. You just wait on it.
something to do.
She's trying to backtrack when they get to the beef. I'm gonna tell you what I think though. I'm gonna just tell you.
Your Honor, she's answering the question. It's exactly
Overruled. Go ahead. What was your answer?
I knew. I just knew. My intuition told me.
That bitch ain't never said this.
Yes.
And did you reach out to Devin to ask him about that?
I asked my son first. I asked my son if his daddy asked if Melvin was at my house. That's how I went. My intuition.
No, he asked you like I fucking said 6 years ago. He asked you, is that nigga at your house? Now that stands to reason why these bitches wanted me discredited.
Picked up and I asked my son, had he talked to, did his daddy ask if he was at my house? And my son told me yes.
When you say he, you're talking about that Melvin was at your house?
My son told me that he told that his dad asked if Melvin was at his...
Sir, are you part of this team? Because I can hear your voice all the way from here. Or are you,
Yes,
I mean, you're taking on the witness? Because I can hear you.
We'll make sure you're...
So we need to come to whisper to counsel, but I don't want to hear several voices. Okay. All right, so as to hearsay,
I don't know what the little boy was about to say, but was telling his mother. That's what she was testifying.
that's the same.
So because of what Trey told you, you reached out to Devin, is that right?
Yes.
Now, we met earlier this month, is that right?
Yes.
And we went over some text messages between you and Devin, is that right?
Correct.
Do you recall those text messages?
I didn't remember until you showed me, honestly. It's been so long.
Just briefly look at these messages and see if you, don't read them out loud, but just see if you recall.
Something this important, you don't remember that? Because this is important, I would think. Because the nigga, because your intuition kicked in and you don't even remember the conversation you had with this nigga, the nigga that you suspected killed this motherfucker or had him followed and killed or whatever the fuck your motherfucking intuition that told you. You can't remember a text message? You can't remember a motherfucking text message, something this motherfucking important? So you asked your son.
Having this conversation with Devin. And you can flip the pages if you need to.
Okay.
She's reading over the text messages to see if she remember and recognize them. That bitch is not reading these text messages. She's thinking of the next thing she needs to be fucking saying. I'm telling you. This bitch ain't go.
You remember that conversation? You recall that conversation?
Vividly she does. Vividly she remembers it.
Your sons.
She never needed the fucking papers.
If I show you something to refresh your memory from your cell phone extraction,
Please show
where
it to
has
her.
your son's
Show
cell
it
phone
to her.
number, would you recognize what you would put Trey's name in your phone?
Yes.
Sunshine.
If every woman in your friend group is on
Sunshine.
GLP-1 shots and shrinking, and you're the only one who hasn't caved, give me 60 seconds before you...
Sunshine was in a darkness in his room. Just want to play Roblox and motherfucking eat something.
Sunshine.
Sunshine? You said you had him as Sunshine?
Yes.
Do you recall that being his number?
Yes.
Okay. And it's last digits ending in 7433?
No, she wasn't motherfucking shocked because she took the phones in, she said.
What I'm showing you is from Marked States Exhibit.
She just thought that she was going to be able to play this. Like she's trying to do.
Earlier you testified to States Exhibit 838, that Chicago's number was that 312 number. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And this
Yeah,
number,
she
we see that there's a
recalled
469 number that's ending in 7433.
Because this
Do you
is the,
recognize that
this
number?
is the state.
That's Trey's phone.
This is the
Okay, so
prosecution.
State Exhibit 135A would be text messages between Devin and your son Trey, is that right? But looking at State Exhibit 1135, you recognize these messages as your communication to Devin, is that right?
Yes.
Here at this time, City offers State Exhibit 1135A for record purposes and 1135 for all purposes.
Any objections? Well, takes us to 11:35 or 11:35 a.m. Thank you. Text exhibits 11:35 a.m. and 11:35 are admitted. 11:35 a.m. for record purposes only.
Can we approach briefly?
Sure. Any other questions for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor, can I just have just a few moments?
No, hurry up. Let's get back to the lies.
And looking at State Exhibit 834, you recognize that that says Jocelyn Jackson, Apple iPhone 11? Is that
Yes.
correct? Does that help refresh your recollection as what your telephone number was on November, or in November of 2020?
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's not, that's my number. I change my number a lot.
Okay. Fair. Do you recognize your email address?
Yes.
Okay, so you recognize this as being from what you gave police officers on November 11th of 2020 when you consented to the search of your phone?
Yes.
And do you also, in preparation for trial, we did go over certain contacts that were in your phone. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. And one of those contacts that was Chicago's telephone number, is that right?
Correct.
And that's that 312 number?
Yes.
As well as, do you recall, earlier you testified that you called Melvin Mobile, is that right?
Yes.
And does this help refresh your recollection about the telephone number that you would use to communicate with him?
Yes.
And you also see that your son's name is listed as Sunshine and his number, is that right?
Yes.
And looking at 6 Exhibit 836, do you recognize this as a conversation with you and Trey?
Yes.
What is it?
6 Exhibit 836? And this came from your cell phone, is that right?
Yes.
Says Jocelyn Jackson and with Sunshine?
Yes.
That's Trey. And your telephone number was 469-773-0062?
Yes.
And Trey's telephone number was 469-773-7433. Is that correct? And did you recognize the conversations between you and Trey? This would have been November 10th of 2020 through November 11th.
If
God
you ask
damn
how was
it.
your weekend, you have already lost.
How was your week?
Do you want to review that?
Now she gotta review the goddamn messages again. And some more.
And you did say that Devin asked if he could come get the boys for breakfast, is that right?
Yes.
And that Trey asked your permission for that?
Correct.
And did Trey text that or ask through text messages?
Yes.
And sometimes would y'all would text with each other?
Yes.
And around what time did he text you to ask to go to?
I believe he set the time from about mid to
Do you remember what time that was?
It was around 10.
Last Wednesday, Upper Stacy said 8:34, 8:35, and 8:36 for breakfast.
So around 10, he texted and asked if he could take them for breakfast.
Yes, Your Honor, for all purposes. 8:35 were the contacts, the select contacts in Johnson & Johnson's phone.
Shit sound like codes to me. Sound like codes to me. How you didn't know that nigga car was parked outside? When you see this shit, the shit, like the motherfucking parking lot right here, bro, the black car is the fuck backed up. Like how the fuck you don't see this? Ain't no way you could have not seen it. Greetings, y'all.
Just like you said that when you found out that Devin knew that Melvin was at your apartment, you texted him, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to publish at 11:35?
So he didn't know the night before?
There's a screen to your left, if that's easier for you to see. All right, now you said that your number, or you recall that your number is 469. Sorry, your You said that your number was 469-773-7433, is that right?
That's Trey's number.
Trey's number, and so Trey's messages would be in blue. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that 312-623-8475, that would be responses from Chicago or Devin. Is that right?
Correct.
You said you received a phone call around 12, around 12 that Melvin had been killed. Is that right? And so from there you started texting Devin.
Yes.
And what did you tell Devin?
All my kids, you did.
Why did you say that to him?
Because I knew that he had something to do with it.
On page 44 of 1135.
She just knew he had something to do with it.
Correct.
What did you say?
You did, B-word.
He responded at 2:40 p.m. saying, lame ass bitch, you've been having my kids around MFs, know something like this can happen. No one gets beef out there in the city. I really don't understand. You think you
This
so
is a
smart?
setup argument.
Dumb AF. That could have been my kids. Stupid hoe. I never gave AF about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I
Ain't
just
that a
pray
Big
for
Sean
you.
lyric?
See,
Get the fuck out of here,
keep
bitch.
up around
Ain't
so
that a
much.
Big Sean lyric,
Say
bro?
you got killed and got the nerve to try and put this
You
shit on
had
me.
What are you talking about, bro?
You stand for
What?
It's up, I promise you. What was he talking about? You said that there was beef, right?
Yes.
How did you respond?
I said I hope they kill him. People were saying that I had something to do with it. I was furious. I was pissed.
Girl, please.
That's why you messaged Devin, right?
Correct.
Girl, please.
Is that correct?
I was angry.
What's the date on that?
And in fact, you messaged him a lot after that. Is that correct?
Yes.
Like, what date is this that she's saying that she was so pissed? Because people were saying she had something to do with it. What date is this text message from? I was pissed because people said, like, at some point she's just arguing with herself. Like,
At 5:40,
you was pissed.
what did you tell him?
You
Why?
did
'Cause
that
the
for
jig was
what?
up?
To be accepted by some niggas who don't care about you. That's fucked up. You know better. You know you wrong. You hurt me for real on my kids. You wrong. You so bitter and miserable. My kids will never see you again. You wrong. You're so wrong.
Only a psychopath
Listen,
can solve
the
it.
fake shit got to stop. The fake shit got to stop.
These puzzles can only
It's all
be
fake.
solved by
The fake
either
shit
a
got
team-
to stop.
And then lastly, you messaged.
Why?
Did Devin ever respond?
No.
Can I just have one moment?
Yes.
Hey, Miss Jackson, I'll pass the witness. Not this evening. Miss Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Relationship with Momo B.
Yes.
And you called him Momo.
Correct.
Okay. And you said you knew him since 2017?
17. Yes.
And how often did y'all talk in 2017?
Sporadically.
What's sporadic?
Every now and then.
And what's not a lot?
Not a lot.
Like once a month?
When he needed something
I
done.
don't remember.
And 2018, was it still sporadic that y'all talked?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
You don't remember how many times you were talking?
Yes, you do.
No.
Were they consistent?
No, I don't think so. Not
Just
to
when I needed some money, when he needed me to do something funny.
I talk to him often.
So, you started talking to him in 2020, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said you dated him for about 4 months.
About 3 to 4 months, yeah.
Summer, spring, summer.
I'll start dating
It's joggers.
back in August
Joggers. Spring, summer.
of 2020.
I think, I don't remember.
You don't remember when you started dating?
I think it was July.
July? And where were you living in July 2020?
In Duncanville. Duncanville Cross. Oak Cliff area, Duncanville. It's when you cross Duncanville, you're going to Oak Cliff.
Were you living in the same apartments that you were on November 11th, 2020?
Yes.
How long had you been in those apartments from November 11th, 2020? Like, when did you move into those apartments?
I don't remember. I know my lease wasn't up. I had to move and everything happened, so I know it wasn't a long time that I was over there.
But you were there in July 2020?
Yes.
Is that the only place that Mo3 or Momo would come visit you?
Yes.
And how would you describe your feelings toward Mo3?
I liked him. We was friends.
Did you love him?
I had love for him, yes. I wasn't in love.
And
That bitch love money.
when you and Mo3 were
Money.
how many times would you come over to your house?
We had just started dating, so he probably came. He came to my house several times.
Several times.
Less than 5?
That's so important. Cause several times,
More than 5.
Less
more than 5,
You don't call?
the same apartment.
House like once a week?
I don't recall. No, I don't think so.
She don't recall. She don't recall.
How many times do you think you saw Mo3 during the time you were dating?
I saw him often.
Often.
Where the jury can have an understanding what is often.
I don't recall.
That bitch don't know nothing.
Yes.
Did you see him more than twice a month?
Maybe.
Maybe more than twice a month.
It was only 3 months that we was talking.
Is it true?
Only 3 months, maybe 4 months, but only 3 months. He comes often, several times, very often, not too often, more than one time. Of course, because it's often, several times. He's been there a lot. I've been talking to him for 3, maybe 4, but 3 months. Could be 4, but 3. He comes often. So maybe 2 times a month. I don't recall.
Months or 4 months?
I said I didn't recall earlier. I said between 3 and 4 months.
But then you just said 3 months.
And when he would come over to your house, what cars did he drive?
He was driving a Corvette.
Did he drive any other cars?
I had only seen him in a Corvette.
Do you remember that he was in a brown Honda Accord the day of November 11, 2020?
I said earlier I didn't recall. I don't remember seeing that car.
Although she lives on the bottom floor right there by the window, by the parking lot.
Apartment complex that you have to put a decal on the cars where it won't be towed, I imagine, correct?
Correct.
What is that process you would have to go through?
You would have to put the license plate number in.
And would you have like decals in your house that you would have to go out and put the license plate in yourself, or would you have to actually go to the office to get a decal?
It's the online system, so the person would actually just send the license plate, their license plate number, you put their license plate number in, so to register their vehicle so it would get towed.
And you remember you had to do that day, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he wasn't in the black car that day, right?
I got his license plate number, so I don't recall what car he was in.
And do you remember that on November 9th or 10th he was in California?
Yes.
And he had
That's like, first of all, it's crazy as fuck.
Yes.
So when you putting it in, so what kind of car you in today? Gold Honda, and what's your license plate number? Or here you do it. Here you do it. You put it in.
That's not how that went.
text you and said, hey, I want to come over.
Yes.
And he needed your address, right?
Correct. I don't recall the next from address. I don't remember.
Okay.
That was wonderful.
If you being a distraction over here, you gonna go ahead and get timed down.
You don't remember telling the officers that I had to text him my address?
It's been so long ago. I don't remember. No, I don't.
Why wouldn't you remember that?
surprised you that you had to text him your address? I mean, I wouldn't expect him to know about work. He wasn't from that side of town, so it wouldn't.
Okay, so he didn't come see you that often.
He wasn't from that side of town.
What the fuck they got to do with it?
And, well, if you would agree with me that someone that came to see you often would probably have.
Apparently, she wasn't from that side of town because she can't even remember where the fuck she was living at. They asked her where the fuck she was living at. I don't know. It was somewhere in between Oak Cliff and Duncanville. I don't even know. So, girl.
I would assume if he was leaving from the airport that he would if he was in California. So that could be why he asked for my address.
If he was in California, what the fuck that got to do with him leaving from the motherfucking airport in New York?
He said that he was coming to my home. So maybe that's why he asked for my address.
And you arrived at your house about 1 p.m., right?
I don't remember. I think it was even earlier than that.
Now, during this time, just kind of going back with your relationship with him, were you the only person who was dating?
I don't recall. I didn't ask.
But you have been on, you don't know if you're the only person who was dating?
No.
Isn't it true he was dating multiple women?
He could have been. He's an artist. He could have been.
Isn't it true that you have actually had some interactions or heard that you actually had some interactions with some of those women who was dating?
Your Honor, I reject your relevancy.
She's given that aspect that she was like the only person that she was dating and no one else interact.
No, it goes right to her credibility of being a motherfucking liar. Is what it goes to. It goes to the credibility of her being a fucking liar. That's what it goes to.
Your Honor, okay. As it relates to your relationship, you've been on different internet sites, right? Different podcasts?
Yes.
Okay. And you talked about your relationship with Murray, right?
Correct.
And you talked about how you and him were, you described your relationship in various ways. Is that true to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you and him were hanging out,
She can recall that. You can recall that.
The whole parenting. Devin was trying to be in his children's life, right?
Devin was trying to be in his children's life when it was convenient for him.
That wasn't a motherfucking question.
You and Devin had dated for quite some time.
Yes.
And you would say that it wasn't the best feelings. Like y'all wasn't, you were cordial, right?
We had got to some point of the relationship where we were cordial.
But he had you blocked and you had him blocked at times, right?
He had me blocked when we would get into arguments, yes.
And he said you had been blocked on his phone since September 2020?
Yes.
Did you have him blocked?
No.
And he still had the ability to talk to his children on their phone, right?
Correct.
And there were times that, as you just indicated to the prosecutor, you don't know when he was talking to your children.
Right.
And you don't know if he was talking to them every day, do you?
I didn't ask.
So then why would you say he could not come and pick his kids up because it was convenient? Well, bitch, you must be a convenient motherfucking mama then. Why you don't know who the fuck is on your kid's phone? You don't know who's on your motherfucking kid's phone? Hey, I've talked to women and they be like, don't tell your daddy my motherfucking business. What your daddy asked you? Your daddy called you, you talk to your daddy? My daughter 29 and I be like, you talk to your daddy? What are you talking about?
If he, that's why they had a phone.
So you don't know what type of special relationship or love your children had for Devin, do you?
I do.
They love love their father, right?
Right.
In fact, you would agree with me that a child who doesn't like their father or doesn't like a parent would want to go to lunch with them, right?
Say the question again.
No, you heard it.
A child that doesn't like...
She fucking heard it.
Reject the speculation.
A child that doesn't like their parent or father...
At
does
8.
not want to go to lunch with them, right?
You don't know who on your 8-year-old child phone.
Yeah.
Nice weather for it.
Yep.
All right.
But your son Trey wanted to go to lunch with them on November 11th, right?
Correct.
Your math much stuff. What is that?
Baby, that cross getting circular around her neck and circular around her neck. That motherfucking cross is making its way. Making its way downtown.
When you said most three got to their house about 1 p.m. on November 10th, right?
I said I didn't recall. It could have been earlier than that.
But he was there in the early afternoon. Is that right?
I don't recall.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 838 that's going to be in evidence. And this is a screenshot of your son's phone that you have taken and given to detective, correct?
Correct.
All right. And it just has your son talking to his dad at 6:35 p.m. for 14 seconds, right?
Yes.
And how old was your son at the time?
He was 8 years old.
14 seconds.
Right?
No.
What was his birthday?
My youngest son had just celebrated his birthday.
And your youngest
Oh, no.
Let's chat about it. So she's talking about November 10th at 6:35 p.m. for 14 seconds. 14 seconds. 14 seconds. What's being said at 14 seconds? Daddy. So much. What's being said for 14 seconds?
My oldest son did just celebrate a birthday. His birthday was November 1st. I'm sorry.
And what is your youngest son's birthday?
September 18th.
And then I'm showing you Exhibit 839. That's been admitted to evidence, and it's a phone call from 6:36, 6:54, and 6:57, right? And they're all income, correct?
Yes.
And that's Devin Brown to your son, right?
Correct.
All right. And then on November 11th,
Or to you.
there's a phone call at 10:48 a.m., correct?
Yes.
10:49 a.m., right?
Correct.
And 11:21.
Correct.
Now, what we had to spend the night at their house, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how many bedrooms did you have?
I had to.
Who all lived with you?
Me and my kids.
And your kids were in one part of the house, and you were in another part of the apartment.
Yes.
And where was Mo 3 the entire time he was taking place?
In my room.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
In fact, I think the one again, 836, admitted into evidence. State's Exhibit. And your son is texting you, can I get some Roblox, right?
Yes.
And that's at 2:39 on November 10th. Is it fair to say that Mo 3 was already at your house?
Yes.
All right. And
At 2:39,
same day,
November
at
10th.
2:39, you said 9 a.m. Can you tell us?
2:39, November 10th. That's what the fuck she said, right?
Yes.
So if he, like, she didn't want to make it seem like he came at 1. We weren't straight in the bedroom. It could have been earlier than that. So he came over, you been in the bedroom for how fucking long? I keep telling you, y'all in the bedroom for 12 motherfucking hours? Is what you is saying. So it's 2:39. He's texting you, can I get some Robux? Whatever the fuck it is. Robux, whatever the fuck. He's texting you. So that means he's already there. He's already in your fucking bedroom. You in the bedroom, the door closed. I'm just being thorough.
Roblox. It's like a kid game. They gave to Roblox, I guess.
And
It's Tuesday. Listen to me. She goes backwards. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? It's Tuesday. At 2:39 and he wants Robux. You are in the room, apparently, maybe, I don't know, fucking, sucking dick, whatever you're best at. Don't know, don't give a fuck. But you see it, that they was virtually homeschooled. They was out of school this day. It's Tuesday. Tuesday, November 10th at 2:39 p.m. They should still be in school, ain't it? They elementary. They apparently been in school. So if he was even there earlier than that, that means that you was in the motherfucking room all this time. Who the fuck is monitoring these children in school? You ain't went to check?
he said, no, not, you said, no, not yet. And then your son turns around and says, okay, when you're done.
Yes.
Are you
Okay, when you're done.
Right.
Doing what? What was she doing? Why did he know you was doing anything? When you're done doing what? Clutch your pearls.
You turn around and say, yeah. Is that right? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And then sometimes later on at 8:58 p.m. that night, there's like an okay sunshine.
I have been on a GLP-1 for the past couple years, and when I tell you that it has changed my life, that is not an understatement whatsoever.
Please
Now,
stop
something
it.
that I wish that I had known about, though, when I started my journey.
I don't give a
was-
fuck.
Okay. From a conversation at 2:40, is anything deleted between here and there? Between this
No, it
conversation?
could have been a delayed message.
Okay. And he texts you at 8:58 and says, good night, love you.
Let's go back.
Okay, sunshine. And you turn around and say, yeah. Is that- And he said, no, not, you said, no, not yet. And then your son turns around and says, okay, when you're done.
Yes.
Are you in your room then?
Right.
Are you with Moncrief then? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn around and say, yeah. Is that right? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And then sometimes later on at 8:58 p.m. that night, there's like a
8:58.
okay sunshine. Okay. From a conversation at 2:40, is anything deleted between here and there? Between this
No, it
conversation?
could have been a delayed message.
Okay.
From 2:40 to 8:58, and nothing was in between that. It could have been a delayed message, so nothing was in between that. 2:40 p.m. to 8:58, it could have been a delayed message. You ain't been out your motherfucking room in 6 hours? It could have been a delay. Okay, sunshine, what? My daddy outside. Okay, sunshine, what? What's in between that? What's in between that? 6 hours? 6 hours is fucking in between that, ain't it?
And he texts you at 8:58.
It could have been a delayed message. Delayed for 6 hours. It's delayed for 6 hours? A delayed message? Cena, text me. Go in your room and text me, Cena. Let's see. No, bitch, wait. I don't give a fuck what time it is. a delayed message for 6 hours. We're gonna try it out. Cause the other message has been coming through just fine. His daddy been calling his motherfucking phone just fine. He got them other messages. Damn, I got it already. Hey, sunshine. God damn. I got it already. That's crazy. Oh.
Good night, love you.
Good night.
Sorry, and you text
At
back.
8:30. No, go back.
Okay.
A delayed message.
And he texts you
At 8:38.
and says, good night, love you. Sorry, and you text back and says, good night, I love you too. Are you
Let's go back a little bit.
I'm so sorry. Yes. Okay. And then sometimes later on at 8:58 p.m. that night,
8:58.
there's like a okay sunshine, okay. From a conversation at 2:46.
That's at 8:58.
Between here and there? Between
No,
this
it could have been a delayed message.
Okay. And he texts you at 8:58 and says, good night, love you. Is that right? And you text back and says, good night, I love you too. Are you in your bedroom at that time?
Yeah.
And are you still with Marguerite in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna go to 11:10's.
Hey, when did she cook? When did she cook? Because she said she cooked. When did she cook? When did she cook? She said she cooked. When did she cook?
Said something is red.
That's him reacting to the message, I believe.
Okay, and 8:59 on November 10, 2020, he said okay again, right? So we're going to November 11, 2020.
So at 8:59, he said okay again.
Can Daddy get us in, get us something to eat, something, right? Basically, he wants to go to eat with his father.
Yeah.
Okay. And you say no, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. And her say Marguerite is still there.
I'm confused. When did she cook? If the kids went to bed at 8:59, when did she cook? When was she gonna be done? When did she cook?
Huh?
Marguerite is still at your house on November 10th.
You're asking me that?
Yes.
Was he? Yeah, he was there.
Okay. And you're still in the bedroom with Marguerite, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And he texts back at 10:58 a.m. and says, okay. Then he writes back at 11:09, can I get breakfast? And that's pretty much, is he trying to say, can you go in the kitchen and get some food then?
Yes.
Okay. And you write back and say, yeah. Is that true?
True.
Okay.
Go back.
You're asking me that?
Yes.
Was he? Yeah, he was there.
Okay. And you're still in the bedroom with Marguerite, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And he texts back at 10:58 a.m. and says, okay. Then he writes back at 11:09, can I get breakfast? And that's pretty much, is he trying to say, can you go in the kitchen and get some food then?
Yes.
Okay. And you write back and say, yeah. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And he turns back and says, okay. Is that right?
Right.
If no one ever taught you how to manage your money, or you're secretly ashamed of where you're at financially, this is for you. I want you to know that you're not alone. And this might be the most important thing
I'm sick of these
you
fucking
watch.
ads.
And then, let's go with this. You say, do your work. That's what you're telling them, right? And that's on November 11th at 11:23.
Do your work.
Until 11:46. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All this texting, so you still ain't came out the bedroom?
November 10th, that was a Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
Correct.
Were your children in school then?
Lies going on, bro.
And
Lies going on.
on those particular days, they leave out, right? They can leave school.
They was in school virtually, so they were doing virtual work on their tablet.
Okay. And, and your son's birthday was November 1st, right?
Right.
Do you recall having a birthday party for your son?
No.
Do you recall Mosley wanting to come to a birthday party if you had it?
That was my youngest son, Duke,
Okay.
in September.
And he wanted to come to make Devin mad, right?
Yeah,
And you didn't think that was best, right?
correct.
Did he come to your youngest son's birthday party?
He ended up showing up.
Was Devin there?
No.
He wanted to come to the birthday party to make Devin mad. But then she later says Devin and him didn't have beef because Devin did not know him. She said they didn't got to know each other to have beef. They ain't have beef. So he showed up to the birthday party. He showed up to the birthday party. Although you didn't give him the address of where the birthday party is, you needed to give him the address to your apartment. That he been there several motherfucking times, but he just knew where to come to the motherfucking birthday. I don't give a fuck if it was that goddamn Chuck E. Cheese, bitch. You had to tell him where the birthday party is. If I don't want you to come, I ain't gonna even let you know where it's at.
Came to, and he told you to make,
He showed up. I told him that he couldn't come, and he showed up. I don't even know how he knew where I was at. He showed up to the party. Melvin.
and you didn't want him to do it.
Mo3 was super knowledge. You don't even know how the fuck he knew where you was at, but he couldn't find his way to your apartment, which he had been there several motherfucking times. And you knew every time he came what car he was in except for the day of his murder.
I told him that he couldn't come to my son's party because of my son's dad affiliation with Yellow BC and his friends.
No response to that.
Can she finish answering?
He showed up to the party. Melvin.
And you didn't want him to do it.
I told him that he couldn't come to my son's party because of my son's dad affiliation with Yellow BC and his friends.
No response to that.
Can she finish answering?
That's not what she said at first. He wanted to come to make Devin Brown pissed off, but she didn't want him to do that. So then she said she told him he couldn't come because of his affiliation with Yella Beezy and his friends. So Yella Beezy was going to be at the baby birthday party? So you popping bottles for a kid's birthday party with a nigga that you know got beef with this nigga that you fucking for 12 hours? We ain't even got there that day. But I'm saying, because this is in September, although it's only been 3 months, she talked to him sporadically. They might have really started talking in July, maybe. She can't remember. She said it was 3 months, July, August, September, October, November. So that's 4 months. So she's going to say September he wanted to come to the kid's birthday because he was very family oriented. He liked to play Connect 4 and such. But he was super looking for you, although he's fucking with other bitches. But he was dead and determined to come to your son's birthday party. Although the niggas, obviously, that he got beef with was going to be there. Although, guess what? Devin didn't come to his own son's birthday party.
So when it's fair to say, now who bought these cell phones for your children?
I did.
Okay. And in some of your text messages with Devin Didn't you say, hey, look, you only see them 3 weeks at a time?
I told him that he only sees them when it's convenient for him. Yes, correct.
Okay. So it's not uncommon or unless that Devin is in your
But she only feeding them when it's convenient for her. She obviously seeing them when it's convenient for her
He was
too.
in their life. It was just when it was convenient for him.
Okay. And so it wouldn't be uncommon for him to want to spend time with them, right?
It was uncommon because it was on a random Wednesday in the morning, and I know my child's father, and that was random.
Now there was
Although he had been calling.
That posted a picture on Facebook of your son wearing his jersey. Is that right?
A video, yes.
A video. And when did this occur?
This occurred before my youngest son's birthday, when he wanted to come to the party.
If you ask, how was your weekend? You have already lost. How?
Let's pause.
And he was
Let's pause. I'm just this kind of type, and I don't know. I'm just this kind of type. So you just start talking to him. Her son's birthday, she said, was September 18th, right? So the party had to be in between the 18th and whatever the fuck else. So the video was before the son's birthday. You had known him sporadically, but you had just started talking to him. Why does your kids know this nigga? Why does your kids know him? I'm just that kind. Maybe I'm different. I'm just saying. I'm a person.
antagonize Devin.
I don't know what he was doing it for. I felt like it was.
You felt like Moncrief was antagonizing Devin?
I don't feel like it was to antagonize him. I feel like it was to,
Let's go back, because let's listen to the lies.
This occurred before my youngest son's birthday, when he wanted to come to the party.
And he was doing this to antagonize Devin, wasn't he?
I don't know what he was doing it for. I felt like it was.
You felt like Moncrief was antagonizing Devin?
I don't feel like it was to antagonize him. I feel like it was to, show that he was talking to me. I don't know. But at that time, I did feel like it was a pick.
Now, first of all, she said, I don't know what he was doing it for. I feel like he was. I don't think it was to antagonize him. I feel like it was to show that he was talking to me. It was to pick. To pick with somebody means to antagonize them. Obviously, the bitch didn't know what the word motherfucking meant. But this is the thing. Why did he post a video of the children wearing the jewelry to antagonize Devin Brown, someone that she claims by her own testimony here in a minute that he don't know and never had a beef with? If he's affiliated with young Yella Beezy, then what the fuck does that still have to do with you? What that got to do with you? If he's just affiliated with him, what does that have to do with you? I'm trying to make that connection. You said they didn't have no beef. He didn't know him. So why the fuck is it important to antagonize somebody that she already said don't know each other, never had a beef? Because of a beef with Yella Beezy, what the fuck that got to do with you? I'm just asking questions.
And you talked about
Now she needs to see it again.
that in your mouth.
What is it, this?
11:36 and 11:35.
Oh, yeah.
Cause she say to him, you did this.
How would you describe your parenting skills? Do you think you do well at co-parenting?
Not with him, no.
Okay. In fact, when he doesn't do anything, like you start threatening him, like you're not gonna see your kids, right?
He wasn't going to see my kids because he was trying to see them as convenient for him.
Okay. Well, my question to you, ma'am, is that when he doesn't do something you like, you threaten him and say you will never see your kids, right?
No.
You didn't say that in any of these text messages?
He hadn't seen my kids in probably 2 months. So that's why I was seeing it in those 6 messages.
Okay, he hadn't seen your kids 2 months as of November.
As of September, when the video was posted, I was blocked, and he had been seeing my kids. So that's why, as you see on the messages, that's why I was talking to him the way that I was, because you're not going to see my kids when it's convenient for you.
Okay. And you understand those are his kids too?
Huh?
You understand those are his children?
I understand that, but they're my children, and my job is to protect my kids, and no one is going to run in after life when it's convenient for them.
And to the point that even when your children...
But you had him around danger.
To the point that
But you
my
had him
kids
around
were
danger.
virtually, and it was on a random Wednesday. Yes, I said no.
Has nothing to do with that at all. This is all a motherfucking facade.
This settlement check completely changed my life, and it came from
This
a car
is all a
accident I
motherfucking
almost
facade,
forgot
bro.
about. I never imagined.
Ashley just said that Devin had just posted having his kids on the 9th. So he's calling them back to back on the 10th. And then again on the 11th. For seconds at a time, apparently. She's saying, oh, no, you can't come and see him because it's a random Wednesday. All of this shit is bullshit, bro.
This state is showing me this spaces at 11:35 or text messages with him. It's you doing most of the talking, right?
Yes.
All of the talking.
And he's basically...
Ask yourself why.
Look, and we can go through. He knows that on 11/11/2020, you're talking about you're so childish and bitter, you don't even pay for haircuts, right?
Yes.
All right. And then you said, I will show you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And he says, my kids won't have respect for women when they get older. Why do you think he said that?
Your Honor, it's going to object to speculation.
He said my kids gonna have respect for women when they
This
get
was
older.
said that you have been in the bedroom with most reading from November 10th to November 11th. Isn't that right?
Isn't that right?
We had started arguing.
Objection, no response, Your Honor.
Sustained.
And then you write back at some point and say, oh, my kids, you're dead, right?
Yep.
And you write back, you dead, bitch, right? And
For
right
what?
there he says, can you read that for the jury? Can you read what you wrote?
Lame ass bitch, you having my kids around motherfuckers knowing something like this can happen, knowing it's beef out here in the city. I really don't understand. You think you're so smart, you dumb as fuck. That could have been my kids, you stupid hoe. I never gave a fuck about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I just prayed my kids safe because your dumb ass keep them around some mess. Bitch, they could have been.
Now, this is Devin texting her after. So he's texting you after, and he's saying, you dumbass bitch, you lame ass bitch, they could have been my kids. Why would it have been your kids? You're fake threatening him. He's fake threatening you. Why would it have been his kids ever if it was him that was following? Because that's what she went and fucking said. her intuition told her that he had asked his son, was he over there? Except for, remember when Jackie Big Mouth Ass was on the podcast? What did she say? She said, first he was trying to get the kids out the house because he was going to come in and kill both of them. I know I ain't the only one that remember that. So why would it ever been the kids? I know I ain't the only one that remember that. Oh, now nobody else remember that? All right.
And killed and got the nerve to try to put this shit on me. Fuck you and everything you stand for is up, I promise.
You testified earlier that Montgomery had been some beats, right?
Correct.
Okay. You would agree with me a father would want to protect his kids, right?
Right.
And by having Montgomery over your house, that could be a safety issue, right?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
So you wasn't protecting them.
And you knew conflict existed between Montgomery and a number of people in Dallas, right?
I knew that conflict existed, but I didn't really get into it, so I don't really think that I knew the depths of it.
I don't think I knew the depths of it because I don't get into it. But your baby daddy just texted and said, bitch, you knew that something like this could happen because you knew it was beef in the fucking city.
Were you seeing anybody else during this time?
No.
So, Montgomery was the only person you were seeing?
Correct.
Lies. Lies.
And do you know if Devin really, did Devin want to be back with you?
No. Me and my kid's father didn't have a good relationship. I don't think that he wanted me to do something back with me. He was actually in a relationship himself. He had a girlfriend at the time.
Again, what did Jackie say? Jackie said something different, didn't she?
Is that right? Yes or no?
He didn't know, from my knowledge, I didn't know that he knew Montgomery was at my house until the video was posted. He never acknowledged it to me.
Not responsible.
He never acknowledged to me that anything about Melvin, even after the video was posted. I didn't talk to him. I was blocked. So there was never a conversation between us about him being in my home. Until the day that we was showing messages.
Lies.
Your resume gets you in the room.
Lies.
Your sentences get you the job.
She never knew that he knew.
I've been prepping for 2 weeks.
You was arguing with this nigga.
You too.
So he never mentioned it during the argument?
First.
So you didn't talk to
I didn't talk to Devin. Devin didn't know.
But you were talking
Lies.
to his son's phone, right?
I wasn't communicating with him.
Okay. But answer my question, yes or no. On November 11th, you were talking to Devin on his son's phone, right?
Correct.
In fact, y'all were having an argument, right?
Correct.
And you were having an argument about him seeing his children, right?
Correct.
And Montgomery was still at your house in the midst of this argument, right?
I think that he was gone during that time.
Do you remember telling the police officers that he left in the midst of your argument?
Dig. If he was already gone, she says 30 minutes after he left, she got the call from Jackie or whoever the fuck and told her that Mo3 was killed on the freeway. 30 minutes or so is what the fuck she said. If he was already gone and you on the phone arguing with Devin, how the fuck did your intuition tell you that Devin followed this nigga? Somebody, but my baby daddy was the only one who knew the address. But you didn't know.
No. I Correct.
And you know, in fact, you said that sometimes he carries a gun.
I didn't say that.
Okay. You never told the prosecutors that sometimes he has a gun with him?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember that? You've seen pictures with him with a gun, right?
Yeah. Videos, yeah.
And you've listened to his rap
In the
lyrics,
videos.
right?
In his videos?
Rap lyrics, he talks
All
about
right.
shooting people, right?
She even said that he used to play her songs before they came out. She would hear the songs. But you ain't never heard Money Maya?
There's a few with Trap Boy Freddy going on, right?
And Yellow Beach, yeah.
Objection, no response, if not.
She ain't asked you that. She asked you about Trap Boy Freddy.
So ma'am, just answer my question as I ask it, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you knew Mo3 before he even got with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're familiar, in fact, you said, or have said that he allowed you to listen to some music of his before anyone else, right?
Correct.
Alright. So you understand that many of his songs are not about church music, right?
I understand it, yes.
Okay. And a lot of his songs were threatening people, right?
Correct.
And what he was going to do to people, correct?
Correct.
And some of his songs talk about things that have happened in the past to people, is that correct?
Yes.
But according to Rainwater said on the phone with me, Mo3 ain't never shot nor killed nobody. Never shot nor killed nobody is what Rainwater said on the phone with me and Queen 88. They were only lyrics, is what Rainwater said. They getting ready to take a 15-minute. I'm going to skip through this.
Every morning, 15 minutes till October. That's all it takes to shock everyone who haven't seen you in months. On Tuesday, September 1st, we start the Calisthenics Challenge for women. Just 15 minutes a day, a simple daily routine.
Ms. Jackson, I think there's been some discussion about where your house is located, or who looks at your location, right?
Correct.
Alright. And you don't know if Melvin Noble told anybody where you live.
From my knowledge, no.
But you knew Rainwater knew where you live, right?
I didn't know Rainwater knew where I lived until after. From online.
But do you remember telling someone on a podcast, Rainwater, that Melvin Noble talked to Rainwater while he was at your location?
Yes.
And he told Rainwater where you were, right?
He told Rainwater that he was at my house, yes.
Okay. And you have later found out that Rainwater knew exactly where you lived, right?
I think Rainwater said that he knew where I lived. So I think, yes, I did. But at the time, no, I didn't know that he knew what we was talking.
And it's fair to say that if you didn't know that Rainwater knew where you live, you really don't know who had your address, right? Yes or no?
No.
Why
And
not?
you don't know who Melvin Noble told where he was going to visit, where he was going to see you, right? Or what address he was going to. Do you? You don't know?
I don't know that.
And you had other visitors at your house, right?
Correct.
How many times had Devin visited
He didn't come to my house often. He didn't come in my house. It wasn't he come in my house thing. He'll come to my house.
Didn't she say people didn't know where the fuck she lived at because she didn't have people at her house, bro? That's what the fuck she said. She didn't have people at her house.
Would he give you money?
Yes.
Okay, how much money would he give you sometimes?
A lot. I don't recall. It was like probably thousands. I don't know.
And he would help you with your bills?
He would give me money.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say he was helping me with my bills.
Well,
I had a job.
okay. Where were you working at the time?
I was doing medical insurance for Cardinal Health.
Were you off on that November 10th and November 11th, that Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yes.
And
She said she was doing insurance for whatever health, but she said she's been doing insurance for 4 years. That's what she said at the beginning of this. She's been doing insurance for 4 years is what she said. This bitch lied every time her mouth is motherfucking moving. You understand me? She just said she don't have people at her fucking house.
he would give you thousands at a time. So it's fair to say that you had some type of loyalty to Mel, right?
Yes.
You were benefiting from him, right?
I just. Where the question on?
I'm asking where you benefiting.
That's not why I had loyalty towards him. I just had loyalty towards him.
So when Devin Brown wanted to come pick up his son, you knew that Mo3 was there, right?
Yeah.
And Mo3 wouldn't like that, right?
He actually told me to let them go with him when he asked.
The same man that wanted to post a picture and antagonize your baby daddy, right?
Yes.
Devin is the same man that said, come let
So
him
Mo3 was a stand-up guy because he said, let your kids go with their daddy.
They'll get breakfast. And I said, no.
And let's spend a little time on Rainwater. Who is Rainwater?
He's Melvin's manager.
And
Not according to him.
his name is Brandon Rainwater.
Rainwater told me on the phone. I wasn't his manager though. He had like 5 or 6 different managers. I wasn't his manager. He wasn't signed to me.
Right?
Correct.
All right. And how long have you been Mo3's or Melvin's manager?
I didn't know Rainwater when me and Melvin was talking. I learned about him after the passing.
You have had conversations.
Girl, what?
Conversation
Girl,
with
what?
Rainwater the day
What the
before he
fuck?
passed away.
Girl, what?
And Melvin knows.
So she was talking to Mo3 after he died, and Mo3 had told Rainwater after he was dead that he was at your fucking house. Is that what you saying to me?
Mm-hmm. That's how she's making this sound.
Girl, what?
Was very upset with Rainwater. Is that correct?
He wasn't very upset with him. He just said they had an argument.
How would you? Girl, send me quiet on the creek, bitch. Quiet on the creek, bitch. Quiet on the creek. Girl, what?
So someone wanting to punch him doesn't mean that you're upset with that person?
He was upset, but that wasn't on bad terms. From my knowledge, he wasn't upset to where he was like, I'm gonna fire him. I don't want him to be my manager no more. It wasn't that upset. They just had a little.
Well, that's what the fuck he told me. But I'm just saying, you didn't know about him.
Melvin Noble wanted to hire Gotti to be his manager. Objection, you're saying?
He didn't want to hire Gotti to be his manager. He was going to switch his label. He told me that there was a possibility that he was going to switch his label.
He told me he was looking at different management. It's what the fuck he told me. He was looking to switch management. Is what he said to me. But he's telling you all of this, but you didn't know about Rainwater, but you knew that was his manager, but you didn't know? I'm getting angry again. Don't make me mad.
He didn't need Rainwater, right?
Not to my knowledge, I don't know. I'm not in the music business, so I don't know.
But she was trying to do music. That's what she said 6 years ago. She was trying to do music.
Rainwater, if you hired Gotti, you didn't need Rainwater.
No.
Have you heard? There's a newer FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss, and it's now available on Ro. Ro now offers both of the FDA-approved GLP-1 pills for weight loss.
No, you don't remember being on that podcast saying that on the track hop. I was the last girl with Mo3. Or no, you don't know. No, I don't.
I got a question. I got a question. It's 451 people on this motherfucker. I got a question. When we all saw, because everybody saw the motherfucking video of Trap Boy Freddy, right? After Mo3 was killed, he was sitting in the truck. Everybody kept saying they saw this nigga on one of the sides of the freeway, by the freeway, whatever the fuck, right? Right? He made a video of himself, right? I'm not tripping when I say that, correct? I'm gonna wait for your motherfucking response. And then, cause I got a question. I got a question. Right? Where was Yella Beezy? Where was Yella Beezy? Keywan White was not on the freeway, right? Because that's not him with the mask on. So where was he? Where was Yella Beezy? Where was Sean G? Where was all of these people at? Because that's his friend, right? Sean G was his friend. So where was all of these other people at? Where was they at? Mexico, LA. He was in Mexico, still in California for an alibi. Right. In Cali. So why was Trap Boy making the video? Because he's not the one that they saying paid for this hit. Although all of this last bit, remember, because he had been shot and then Mo3 had made the video, you know, laughing about this nigga was fucked up and because that's what he talked about. He talked about that in the motherfucking video. So why is he there and the person who paid for the hit is somewhere the fuck else? Rain, where was you at? Because I know you watching. Where was you at, Rain? Where is everybody? Okay, Sean G was on Mockingbird down the street, Gratitude Ratchet. Okay. Yella was in Mexico. He was in Mexico, between Mexico and LA apparently, because they say in California, some people say in Mexico. So he was in two different places in one time, right? Okay. All right. Mo3 had just left Cali.
And you, in the past, referred to Rainwater as a snake.
So he was there in Cali to make sure it happened there or here. Is that what's going on?
You said that Rainwater created controversy to promote sales, right?
Correct.
All right, and that was to promote the sales of Melvin Noble?
That was what he told me.
Okay. And when you say he told you that,
That's what Melvin told me. That was how they promoted their music.
is that Rainwater was promoting this controversy where people would like the music and buy the music, right?
Correct.
And you refer to Rainwater as a hater, right?
I don't recall referring to him as a hater.
Okay. And there again on the live from the track hop, I was the last girl with 1-3, and I'm telling everything. You don't recall saying that Rainwater was a hater?
No.
And it's fair to say you don't like Rainwater, do you?
I don't like his character.
Okay. And within 24 hours
What's his
of
character?
Melvin Noble
Is it a hater?
dying, you and Rainwater on the phone, right?
Yes.
So you knew Rainwater before.
How you get your number? How you get his number?
How did you get on the phone with Rainwater?
I don't recall.
Girl, go to bed.
Isn't it true that
Go the fuck to bed.
Rainwater-
Go to bed, bitch. Go to bed.
That one of your neighbors had, is that right?
Correct.
And it was a video of your parking lot, right?
Correct.
Isn't it true that Rainwater came to your your apartment complex and tried to get that video?
That's what I heard. That's what he said.
Okay.
But you the one that asked for it. She's the one that asked for it.
Video as well?
I told the detectives that there was a camera.
Okay.
So I didn't try to get the video. I told them there was a camera in my neighbor's window.
This bitch had to grab herself because she almost choked to death on that fucking lie. Because the neighbor is the Spanish girl who comes and she says that Jossie is the one who motherfucking texted her and asked her if she could get the video because she wanted to see what you can see on the video. She needed to know what was on it. She said, I didn't want to be involved, so I didn't respond. This bitch is crazy, bro. I'm about to go to bed after this. I ain't gonna even play the Spanish girl because I done been over here three hours and I said just a couple minutes and it's been 3 hours.
7.75%.
If this fucking ass stop playing,
as an annuity.
and I'm not
That means
paying
if
for
you
it.
put $100,000, you will get $7,700.
Who's that?
I don't know.
You don't recall having a conversation on a podcast talking about Johnson?
Your Honor, I don't know. Your Honor, the proper impeachment.
Overruled.
And you spoke with Rainwater right after Marilyn Nova died within 24 hours, right?
Correct.
All right. Who called who?
I believe I called him.
Okay. And how did you get his number?
I don't remember how I got Rainwater number. It probably was from someone on social. I think he had his page up on Instagram, and he had his number on Instagram, and that's how I got his number.
And you know from the conversation that both of you had at your house at night that Rainwater knew where he was going, right?
Correct.
You're a fucked up person, bro. You are a fucked up person.
And is it fair to say that you don't like Rainwater?
I don't like his character.
Okay. And you testified,
Come on, what the fuck? I gotta fast forward it through the live view.
So that can also face off of relevance to anything that's done on the podcast.
it still goes to her presence as a freshman and it's still relevant as to what she was doing that day and what was going on.
Years after the offense for present sense impression, I'm going to object again to relevance.
This was the argument first.
Yes, sure.
What's the relevance of that?
Then once we was making lyrics and antagonized Devin.
Devin didn't. Oh, wait.
He was an arrest on one of my.
This is coming up to the end.
Objections overruled.
Do you remember being on Ratchet TV?
I remember.
Okay. And do you remember discussing the song Money Maya?
Yes.
Okay. And in fact, you've heard Money Maya before, is that right?
I've heard a little bit of it, but I don't never heard the full song.
In fact, y'all,
You said in
Money Maya
88
is
knows
several
everything,
people.
and she's the cleanup crew,
Yeah, right.
range
That's what it
janky
says.
janitor. You talking about 88 when you say
Okay.
that?
And y'all even kind of joked about you being on Money Maya, right?
Oh,
On Ratchet TV.
I never joked about nothing.
So Ratchet, is Ratchet still on here? So Ratchet, did she joke about being Money Maya on your podcast? Cause she said she never joked about nothing. So did she do that? Cause I don't know. Yeah, I know she's Jossie's cousin. I know exactly who Queen 88 is. I've had many conversations with her.
In that song, Melvin Noble talks about how he bought a purse and her baby daddy did, right?
Pretty sure he bought a lot of girl purses.
Oh, that's not the ratchet. That's not real ratchet.
Now, as it relates to you getting Fullerton,
Yes,
you said you didn't want to be here, right?
correct.
Okay. And isn't it true that you said, like, I don't give an F about this case?
Yes, it's very true.
Okay. And
She don't give a fuck about this case. A man laid dead on the freeway that was at your house.
and
She's a fucked up person.
you just made and did you feel like Melvin Noble talked a lot of mess and kept up a lot of mess in the city?
Yes,
And with that, he created a lot of enemies. Is that right?
he didn't have, the enemies that he had is the enemies that I know. I don't know any other enemies.
And you referred to Melvin Noble as not being a saint, right?
Correct.
The fact you said he was not a MF saint, right?
Correct.
And
I feel like she feel that in her soul.
his manager, Rainwater, right?
Yes,
And you didn't have great things to say about Rainwater, right?
correct.
But you didn't know him. You didn't know about him.
And you and his, well, how many baby mothers
I cheated on you.
God damn it.
No, and I'm divorcing you. I cannot do
Sick
this.
of these AI commercials.
With who?
children does he have?
I believe 3.
And at some point, you and one of his children's mothers were going back and forth. Is that right?
Actions are relevant, Your Honor.
What's the relevance of this? Your Honor, as it relates to, how long? And you just made a post not so long ago, a couple days ago about this case, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that post was not in good standing with, really just told her that you just don't really want to be here, you don't do that, right?
I have been harassed and accused of setting up Melvin Nobles for 6 years. So, yes, and also been harassed by one of his kids' mothers that went online and said that I set him up. So, yeah, I did feel that way. I do feel that way. I don't like a picture of people painting me to set people up. I don't set people up. I'm not a Money Maya. I don't know who Money Maya is. That's not me. So, yes, I made a post.
And you mentioned Money Maya. Money Maya is by a girl.
But she didn't know the song.
Correct.
And it's setting up, in fact,
Hold
I
on.
made a post.
and you mentioned Money Maya. Money Maya is by a girl setting up people to be killed.
Correct.
And it's setting up, in fact, baby daddies to be killed. Is that correct?
She said she don't even know the song.
Correct?
I don't know.
She said she didn't even know the song. Now you know what the song is about and everything.
You don't know what happened, personal knowledge, what happened after Melvin Noble left her house, right?
Correct.
And you don't know if anyone paid Kewan White to kill Melvin Noble, right?
No.
And you don't have any personal knowledge of who shot and killed Melvin Noble, right?
Right.
Now let me tell you something real quick, because this is the end for real of her testimony. But real quick, I said to myself, bitch, if that ain't fucking foreshadowing, if you don't know what foreshadowing is, bitch, Google it. She said, so you don't know who shot and killed Melvin Noble. For me, baby, he better watch the fuck out. And that's his attorney. But that's called a Freudian slip, bitch. Like, that's foreshadowing like a motherfucker.
And you've never heard Kewan White, Greg Momo?
I don't know Kewan White.
Okay. And you've never heard Melvin Noble mention Kewan White, have you?
Correct.
And you talked about your relationship with, so it's fair to say you don't, after Melvin Noble left their house, you don't know anything after that, right?
Correct.
As it relates to his death. Is that right?
Correct.
And when Melvin Noble left your house, he had approximately $30,000, right?
I don't know.
Did he give you any money that day?
I don't think he did, yeah.
How much money did he give you?
I don't recall.
I'ma know.
And when he left your house, you didn't walk him to the door, did you?
I walked him to the door.
Okay, you didn't walk him outside, did you?
No.
Because you were still on the phone with Devin, right?
I don't think he was there when I was arguing with my kids. I think he had already left.
Impossible. Impossible.
Do you remember telling law enforcement that you were on the phone with Devin Brown when Melvin Noble left?
No. I don't recall.
Yeah, man, have a minute.
Yeah.
Twice? Yeah. How many times have you talked on the phone?
Your resume gets you in the room. Your sentences get you the job.
You ready? I've been.
With the, and how many times have you met with the prosecutors about this case?
Twice.
Twice?
Yes.
How many times have you talked on the phone with them?
Not many. I really haven't had any communication with them like that. I wasn't open to doing it.
And how many times did you meet with the detective? Or detectives on this case?
Not a lot. I didn't meet with them a lot.
You met with them at least twice, right?
Yeah.
You met with the prosecutors, you said, twice?
Correct.
And they talked on the phone with you, correct?
Correct.
And what information did you review or did you review any information for the testimony today?
I reviewed my messages that was sent.
The text messages that the state is introducing?
Correct.
Exactly, Jamie.
Then my first witness, you may. Just a couple more questions for you. And you mentioned the text messages. It states it's at 11:35. And the state brought out, this is after, Melvin Noble has been declared deceased on 11/11, right? And you're going back and forth with Devin Brown, right?
Correct.
And I'm just gonna go through them again, because this is you in the blue, right? All right. And on November 12, 2020, you say you really got close thinking I got something to do with this. I hope they kill your bitch ass. And I'm just repeating what you said. For real, on my kids, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then on 11/12/2020 at 5:23, you call my
How
son
he got
and
people
you
thinking
wanted
that she
to
got
ask him
something to
for
do
a
with
number.
it?
Smoke your 30. Pass, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's not responding. He's not responding to you. Is that right?
He's not responding.
Okay. And on 11/12/2020 at 5:23, you're texting again. You can never see my kids again on God Himself ever on my life. I don't forgive you. I hope they kill you. Right?
Sound like you mad because you felt like he threw you under the bus and everybody was in on it.
5:50 time afterwards. You're texting. You did that for what? To fit in to be accepted by some niggas who don't care about you. That's messed up, right? That's up,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Did what for
And then
what?
11/12/2020 at 5:57. You know better. You know you're wrong, bro. Right? Or wrong too. He's not responding to you, right?
Right.
We don't know what she talking about. She could be talking about anything.
11/12/2020 at 5:57. You said, hurt me for real on my kids. You wrong, right?
Correct.
He didn't respond, right?
Right.
Okay. On 11/12/2020 at 6:35, you said you're so bitter and miserable,
Correct.
right? He didn't respond.
Bitter and miserable about what?
Right?
Correct.
Okay. Then you write back 11/12/2020 at 6:35. My kids will never see you again.
Like you arguing with yourself?
And he didn't respond to you, right?
Right.
Then you write back at 11/12/2020 at 8:04. You wrong, you so wrong, right? No response.
Yeah.
No, you're responding to something. You're responding to something.
you write back on 11/12/2020 and say why, right?
Yeah.
If we're going to
Why
fix
what?
your hormones,
Why
we first
what?
have to fix the cell. When we fix the cell, your body will start
Why
to get
what?
Okay. And all these text messages, it says read, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means he's getting them and he's reading them, right?
Yeah.
And he's not responding to you, right?
Correct.
And you contacting the police because Devin contacted your son a few times on November 10th and a few times on November 11th. Said maybe you thought it was fishy, right?
I asked my son.
Yes or
if he
no?
had called. So yes.
Okay. And you're the one going back and forth. on
I asked my
November 12th,
son. I asked my son, girl, please.
Correct.
And you're accusing him of something that he never admits to, right?
Correct.
So she's trying to throw the blame on all you motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers. As they getting the rest of this together. She said he ain't no motherfucking saint. He ain't perfect, all of this, but you ain't never mentioned this shit in your testimony. You said he was silly, he was goofy, he was a family guy. He was telling you, let your kids go to breakfast with their daddy. Like, he was putting his chains on them. He was giving you money. So what made the nigga not perfect?
I know you said
Thousands he was giving you. He got kids. Why he giving you thousands? You doing work? But you don't give a fuck about him. You don't give a fuck about his case because somebody said that you might have been in on it. Interesting.
And as it relates to money mine, you're saying you're not money mine, or it's not a money mine.
I'm not.
No further questions, Helen.
Just briefly, Your Honor. Did Devin have knives?
Yes.
Now, Devin brought up Trap Boy Friday, but who else did Mosley have beef with?
Hella beefy.
And you also said the enemies he had were the enemies I knew. Who were those enemies?
Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Fruity.
That's what it's shown.
And he also had some dissension with Rainwater, right?
He didn't have beef with Rainwater.
Okay. And he had beef with Devin.
He didn't. No, they don't know each other. Devin's not in the beef.
Devin Brown's not in the beef.
No.
Then why would it
They
matter?
didn't have beef. That's the answer.
Then why would it
They
matter?
don't personally have to know each other to have beef.
They didn't have beef. Devin is friends or associates with Yellow. But Melvin did not know Devin. They don't have beef.
Just answer my question. You're saying they don't have to know each other to have beef. Isn't that correct?
They didn't have beef.
That's not the question, bitch.
Mo Reed posted a picture of your kids with his chains, and you're saying that he did not, and you have testified to this jury he was trying to antagonize Devin, right?
From my knowledge, they did not have beef.
None of that makes sense. It do not make sense.
Okay. And And when Moultrie was over to your house, they wanted, and your children wanted to have breakfast with their dad, you said no because Moultrie was there, right?
I said no because it was around Wednesday and I had been in contact with them for months.
And on a random Wednesday, you had Moultrie at your house, locked up in your bedroom, right?
What happens if I start trading tomorrow with $20?
Locked up in your bedroom, right?
Looking for trades.
On a random Wednesday.
And when I find one, I send it to you.
Although your
You
kid's
tap
supposed to
yes or
be
no.
doing
That's it.
virtual
Give me 1
homeschool.
month.
Come
You'll
on.
see.
Yeah, I'm grown.
And your kids were left in another room, and the way they were communicating with you was through texting,
Right,
right?
they still communicate with me that way to this day.
Because you still be locked up in your room.
When you talk about these feuds that you don't know, you just said Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy, right?
Correct.
All right, but there were other people, correct?
I only know Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy.
Do you recall telling someone that Moultrie, in fact, I think you may have told the prosecutor, that Moultrie never had a problem with Yellow Beezy?
No.
And is it fair to say that you've done different podcasts since Moultrie's died, correct?
I've done a few, yes.
Okay. And you talked to several people, correct?
Correct.
And you said different things to different people, right?
Right.
Correct.
And you told different versions of the story, right?
It's always been the same story.
Okay, you told different versions of who he had feuds with, right?
The feuds have always been with Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy. It's never been a different story.
No further questions, Sean.
Right. They asked her that and they left it at that. You know why? Because they must have evidence that says otherwise. She's going down now. They're releasing her from the stand, but they're reserving the right to call her again at a later date. That means that they the fuck know more than what the fuck they are saying. She has said some shit that she, like, this whole time was number lies. The next person is the Spanish girl that even says that Jossie texted her and asked her for the motherfucking video. It was never Rainwater. She said it was Jossie and she ignored it. Like, all of this shit is falsified, is bullshit and lies, and these motherfuckers are horrible fucking people, bro. Horrible fucking people. I'ma go, because we done been over here on here for 3 hours and 32 motherfucking minutes listening to bullshit, foolery, and fucking lies. And the detectives wasn't no better. They went and searched the house. Like, y'all just want to make something stick so y'all can, you know, say y'all caught the killer. No. Like, it don't make sense. This nigga got a whole bunch of etch-a-sketch motherfucking tattoos and none of them go up on his neck. Anyway, it's not even the same fucking build, bro. Anyway, I'ma go. I love y'all to life. I show gratitude. Solitude de war. Peace. I'ma go. We'll talk again. Gratitude, everybody.